Ah.
At the top of the thing, and you just weren't saying anything, so you didn't pop up in the main window. I see you now, Saint. Welcome.
Hello. I had been thinking about very different subjects when I was making my tea, mostly role-playing game things, actually. Because I don't know why this came up like a few minutes ago, but it's the whole thing of like players being like, because this doesn't happen to me, but players who are like who are telling you like, oh, I've been thinking about my character all week, like right before you're gonna play, or like during the week they like message you and they're like, I've been thinking so much about my character, I'm so excited for next session. And then there's me who I'm like, yeah, I'm excited for next session, but I don't like think about my character really during the week.
I mean, it really depends, I think, of I mean, I've had characters that I've thought about constantly throughout the week, and I've had characters that I'm like hyped to be, but I don't really give them much thought outside of game sessions.
Yeah.
And it really depends on, I guess, like you're just connection. I don't know. But also it has to do with how much free time you have that you can spend thinking about your character as opposed to...
I was just going to say that. For me, when I'm bored at work, I think about it way more.
I still don't. Like, even when I'm for me GMing, I don't think about my games for the most part until I'm like, oh, I should do GM prep.
Me too. Just ask Outro. What is
Yeah. Like, in between sessions, like generally the only time I go and look at my character sheet is like if it's like Burning Wheel or something, I'm like, I have to come up with beliefs and instincts or like new goals or something.
Yeah,
like
when there's something that like for the mechanics of the game, it's 100% necessary to think about it outside.
Yeah.
I like thinking about my character outside of the game just to think like what else I can do to like improve the experience of everybody. But I mean, I don't really go to...
Autumn, can you please get off my notebook? I'm trying to read my notes from last session and you are not helping.
Yeah, you damn season.
God damn.
Although Autumn is the best season, I have to say.
I almost called your cat a dog.
And then she bumped my monitor. Autumn is more of a dog than Mari is a dog, and Mari is more of a cat. Mari caught and killed a mouse in the backyard the other day.
Nice.
You know, like a cat.
Congrats.
Hey, Mari, come here.
Cat.
Have you guys
like no.
seen the video online with the pit mix where like it kind of like very gently like goes up to the bird on the fence, and you think it's gonna be like one of those like super cute like, oh, look at these two animals that shouldn't get along, and then like in like a split second, it
the
just
head
like,
is off of one of them.
No, it literally like puts the whole bird in its mouth.
Like, so, real quick, Rindis, mine and Rhys's windows are mixed up because of Bobby formula stuff. Yeah, not at all. Hey, Stanny.
Hello. Oh, I need to open up my Twitch chat so I can also say hello.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about when I was making tea, like 20 minutes ago.
I forgot what you were originally... Oh, you were thinking about characters. I was like, wait, you were thinking about birds or cats eating birds?
No. That I'm not. My dog is right here and he's asleep, so...
Good dog.
That's
very good dog.
So speaking of role-playing games, yesterday I had to plan on how I'm going to destroy Outro and Nerd Fluffle in Vampire.
This is
always
good.
Fun.
That's good. I like that. There's a new, like, there was a video a few days ago of the devs for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 doing commentary over the E3 demo, which was actually very interesting.
Nice.
Especially because I watched a couple of those videos and like the devs took a very different route that like
Yes.
didn't like it made sense and like wasn't just like every single person somehow failed the quest because they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna kill this guy, not getting the information. You're just like
every person that played that stupid thing was like, I'm gonna murder everyone. It's like this is not that game.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So it was like it was actually quite refreshing to watch the commentary, and like there was some very interesting stuff about the commentary. But that's a thing for vampire related things.
I love Bloodlines 1. It is one of my favorite games of all time. Terrible glitches and all, half made and all. So like I never ever thought they would make a Bloodlines 2. So like when I heard there was a Bloodlines 2 coming, I almost had a heart attack. I was so excited.
Yeah.
It's like one of my like most wish listed games of all time that I never thought was gonna happen. So
there you go.
I'm very excited.
I'm also very excited. Subject of urban fantasy things and vampires. I'm going to be on Saturday. Going to be on a charity stream. So I'm playing in the Urban Shadows game. Yeah. Oh, let me go find it. Oh, Capers? Yeah. I've heard very good things about Capers. So
sounds fun. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, see?
Gotta do the voice. Everybody has to do the voice.
Yeah. Also for people wondering what Rindus is saying, because apparently he's muted. You're apparently muted on stream. You're not muted to us, but you're muted for the stream apparently.
It happened on the pod for what?
Weird. We're talking about Capers.
The other day I had to I had this problem where OBS had forgotten my microphone.
Yeah. Oh, that's a problem. I had that probably like 3-ish weeks ago, I think, but it only happened once. So
yeah, same.
That took an hour to install. It was real crazy because I don't understand.
That's really weird.
And all of my driver settings got completely screwed up. It took me like.
That's really weird. No. I will inform people we're talking about. For those who didn't hear a single thing that Rinda said, we were talking about a game called Capers, which is a role-playing game in which you played either superpowered mobsters or superpowered cops in an alternate superpowered 1920s or
either
Prohibition era, so
20s. Rhys is the best. He's such a cool dude.
I mean, why not both?
I mean, that would be a bold-faced lie. That would.
I mean, that's true.
Break up the trust within the people.
But yeah,
I expect bold-faced lines out of Rhys, though. So
also true.
But if you want to check out another 1920s potentially superpowered game, I'm making that game. So it's called Republic City by Night. We still gotta find the players.
I was gonna say in the Legend of Korra world, no less.
Yeah, in the Legend of Korra world, exactly. So, yes, we are looking for players. I knew you were interested. I was like compiling a list. I just hadn't finished it. So, we are playing this probably on Fridays.
It was looking like Fridays or Saturdays.
Yeah, probably Fridays or Saturdays.
Oh no.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Oh, that's why. Mhm. Mm. Mm. Yeah. My last update on Republic City by Night is that I've realized that you can start as like a lightning bender or like a water bender. I kind of just like, you can go and train in these. Here, they're techniques. Figure it out when you go and like research them / study them. And then the answer is, oh wait, no, I have to actually write all of them now. So you can start with like metal bending and stuff like that, because that's a lot more common in Korra. So
Yeah, metal bending is all over the place in Korra.
we can hear,
yeah,
we can hear you here. Yeah. Considering like pretty much all of the cops that you see in Korra are metal benders, you know, except for the detectives apparently.
I believe they specifically say something about like Toph teaching everybody or something.
Yeah.
Because,
well, she was Toph was the chief of police.
Right. That's I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
So she kind of taught the technique to everybody, which is why they knew it.
Yeah, and then lightning bending is used to justify them having electricity be common around the city.
Yes.
So
I like that kind of steampunky kind of thing though. I think that's kind of interesting, you know.
It's diesel
like
punk.
Kind of different,
so,
yeah. That kind of different energy though is.
I really enjoyed like the scenes at the power plants of the lightning benders just pushing electricity into coils.
For sure. Yeah, I believe the move I wrote for the lightning bender is just like you can create and direct lightning as long as you have your hands free and you are clear of mind. That's very important for lightning bending. Because evidently lightning bending in a factory is a very monotonous task. So you'll be pretty clear of mind for that one.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot less dangerous to just be like.
Since I already fixed my microphone, it's not there currently, but normally it will be.
Yeah,
so what you want to do is,
like, you know,
you want to right-click the
clear of mind is not necessarily,
and then you want to
entirely
uninstall.
undistracted.
So after and let it uninstall, take its time.
I would much rather have
installs, you want to pull out your USB device or your USB cable,
the same thing
and you want to wait about 10 seconds to 15 seconds.
I mean, this is also a cultural thing.
So just make sure that the uninstall is complete.
Core,
and when you plug it back in,
it
will start reinstalling the drivers, and it should detect it as an audio device, and everything should be functional. Like I said, most tutorials say it's in sound, video, and game controllers, and this might be your case.
So, and a lot of that is like things like
for me at least, it was under universal serial bus controllers.
Things are the
so
focus.
I hope this fixed your problem, and I hope I helped someone out there who was having the same problem as I did.
Then you blend it with like the fact that Korra is like set in like a New York,
look forward to having some new
Shanghai mashup analog, and it's like, well, you have a bunch of like Western cultural stuff that just is like here because that's what you expect for the 1920s.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this helped, and peace. See you guys in the next one.
Again, like making non-benders equal is hard.
So let me help you out. Name it not Republic City.
Oh, damn. Good name. Love it.
You can copyright it now.
Copywritten. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be playing a hunter on Saturday for Urban Shadows, and that's all I'll say about my character.
The tutorial you're watching is playing onto the stream.
Oh.
Yeah, we're professionals.
Surprise! I mean, we can't hear it, so that's the thing.
But it was playing your desktop audio into the stream, so somebody was they could hear what you were listening to.
Yeah, they could hear the audio management tutorial from the stream.
All of the sounds exploded.
Accidentally.
Accidentally,
By the way, like the whole chat is like, damn it.
It's okay. I could run Dead Mines instead of play Packet Loss. It's fine.
That's really rude.
And you disconnected and reconnected it?
Have you checked through your own like audio mixer if the mic is there? I mean, it should be considering we're hearing you. So
right.
Then I think about it. You might
audio device testing,
maybe, or we might have to take down the stream and restart it. But
well, it looks like I'm picking up some sound. So if the stream can hear me, we can get going.
The stream still can't hear you.
Well,
you got a delay.
Let's see what the delay says. Can hear.
Can confirm.
We got a delay. So yeah.
Okay, we hear it.
All right. Let me get back into my chair. All right. This is a good temporary fix, and I'll hard tutorial this later. Hey, Blue Yeti, if you want to sponsor us for all this plugging I've been doing.
And unplugging.
It's gonna be awkward for the mic that I have, but I'll plug you anyway.
I mean, you just don't tell them. It's fine.
We're just gonna put like a post-it on your mic that says Blue Yeti.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hey, look, I left the tutorial up. There we go.
I just won't say what mic I'm using. It'll be fine.
I mean, we can get their sponsorship too.
What, Audio Technica?
There you go.
So what we're saying is, please, everybody sponsor us.
Everybody sponsor us.
Hashtag sponsor Packet Loss.
Hashtag sponsor.
Chat sponsor us.
Chat sponsors. You can sponsor the stream by subscribing to all of the people, but especially Party Wipe Games, the person hosting this.
Yes, because
either regularly or through Twitch Prime. That's right. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you have a free subscription every month to any channel on Twitch. Maybe you should make it here.
And guys, really should also emphasize that in 2 days. September starts, where you guys can subscribe for half the cost, and any of the lovely people here who are partnered or affiliated with Twitch get the full benefit of that subscription, and you only have to pay for half of it, which is great. Also, apparently there's
first thing though.
I'm going to apologize for the shilling part of this.
No, don't apologize. Don't apologize. Don't apologize for the shilling, because I have to do one more shilling before we technically start, and it's
more shilling. Do it.
Yeah, it's shilling for a fundraiser coming up, so it's important shilling.
Please chill then. Chill away.
So, I haven't mentioned it here in Packet Loss, but in the other games we've been doing, I have mentioned at the end of the streams that we do a lot of work with another channel called Forgebreaker. He recently lost his father to dementia and a number of other complications, but since then he's been working really hard to put together a fundraiser called With Advantage. That is a fundraiser to benefit going to the Alzheimer's Association, and Party Wipe Games is going to be taking part in this fundraiser. It's super important to us. I lost my grandfather to Alzheimer's as well, and it's a really horrible disease to see your loved ones deteriorate and, you know, eventually leave your lives to. But the fundraiser is happening November 4th through the 8th of this year, and it's running, what were the times? It's basically running in the evenings, and he's running it for a long time. I'm going to be running one of the one-shots, and basically there's a lot of incentive for people to donate and buy in, and because it's a with advantage, any of the buy-ins you do give the players, or possibly even the DM, advantage, disadvantage type roles, kind of like what we do here on our channel with the little buy-in incentives. But there's also a number of sponsors who have signed up, and a number of incentive prizes that will encourage people to take part in this event. And just recently, he did get a new sponsor, but currently right now he has D&D Beyond, Wormwood Gaming, Roll20, Dungeon Masters Guild, GP, and So Nerdware, all donating prizes to people who want to take part in this. And basically, it's going to just be a drawing at like the halfway points or certain points throughout each of these days. D&D Beyond and Roll20 are giving like subscriptions. Dungeon Masters Guild is giving prize vouchers. Wormwood Gaming has something. I need to ask him what Wormwood is giving.
That's awesome that they were able to get corporate buy-in, because
he's
it's
been
super hard to do so.
He's been busting his hump to get a lot of support for this, and so I've been doing my part to try and spread the word for it as well. And, you know, also take part in it because it's something that I, you know, wholeheartedly believe in. And, you know, I'm going to give a probably stupid amount of money to this because it's something that's important to me. But yeah, so guys, November 4th through the 8th, and everybody should go check out, you know, his channel. Twitch is ForgeBreaker, and his Twitter is @ForgeBreakerTTV. And I'll put that in the chat as well, @ForgeBreakerTTV. You all should go check him out, give him some love, and show some support when it comes up. Of course, it doesn't like the @ symbol. ForgeBreakerTTV. I've just put the @ in front of it for the Twitter, and he posts pretty regularly about it. He's really trying to promote this and get a lot of attention for it. It's super important. So there you go. That's shilling.
Nice.
Yeah.
#shilled.
#important shill. So, Kelsa, I think we're ready now that computers aren't exploding and shilling has been done.
I was gonna make a joke
right.
about shilling, but you got real serious, and it's like,
yeah.
everybody go watch it.
Shillings.
Thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Last week, you guys successfully did a job.
Yes.
We did.
We dealt all of the drugs.
You dealt all of the drugs.
Excuse me, we just transported all of them.
You
Oh, it was totally.
first you bought drugs, and then transported the drugs, and then you sold all of the drugs.
That's
and
right.
We didn't return the money to anybody, so we definitely sold those drugs.
You know, we could have also then knocked out the dealer so we could have the drugs and the money.
Wait, oh right. I was like, the dealer? You mean back on Nightfall?
Now we have the drugs and the money.
Come on.
No,
That's my friend, okay?
Yeah.
You
You know how we do?
My contact factory worker, he paid us a shit ton of money for his drugs.
Yeah, you know how we do? You know how we get ahead by not knocking out our friends.
Man.
That seems like a better way to build a reputation than the other.
Yeah. If Breaking Bad's taught me anything, betraying your company, workers is the best way to do it.
Well, if you knock them out, they generally don't buy from you again. So,
they can't know that you knock them out. That's the important part.
Okay.
Right.
That seems convoluted.
So right now you all are on Indri, which is the industrial planet where they build spaceships, and also where you stole this particular spaceship from.
Acquired
Without payment.
Creatively acquired.
You technically stole the engineer that came with the ship.
Look, you joined of your own volition eventually.
Eventually.
Not saying that it's Stockholm syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Glitch, you used to live here.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel being? Do you think of this place as home?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got like the union number and stuff, so it's home.
Whether just I like it or not. Vacation?
Whether I like it or not.
Well, if you didn't, this would be a good chance for you to jump ship and roll up a different character.
What? I'm totally not going to betray people.
Which is like, wow, the factory owners have way better drugs here now.
Drugs are so much nicer.
Oh yeah, you want to betray us after we just sold
has that designer drug. So
yeah, what did we call it? Oh, the fun one. That's the drug. Yeah, the fun one.
And she was like, yo, they never had this back in the day.
Pretty sure the fun one is a drug that would exist in like Monster Prom.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Also super excited for that reverse. Yes.
Also Monster Prom 2, but like
all of it.
All of it.
I played a game of it today because somebody was telling me about it. I was like, well, I guess I'm playing a game now.
I shot over in the Monster Prom Discord that they need to make a field docu since they're making docus right now. And then somebody was like, yeah, it's just going to be like a normal size boa case. I'm like, yes, perfect.
Oh.
Aw.
All right.
Eel is a small little floaty eel. So.
Sorry, that was a tangent.
Yeah, that was a tangent. So, after the end of last session, you got all your payout and everything, but now it's time for downtime.
Downtime.
So, you all paid for the ship maintenance and took split the rest of the money amongst the rest of the crew, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't get any stress the entirety of last session.
How nice for you.
Yeah, same. With my what 6 or 7 stress that I have right now, you know.
So it sounds like some people may want to do some relief stress.
Yes, I'm gonna. That's gonna be one of the things I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to indulge some vices.
Yeah, because I know what the other thing I'm gonna do is. It's called building that sweet grab bike.
Yeah.
I have to think on what my second activity is.
Train.
I think I'm just going to train.
I do need to train.
Train. If you don't, if nothing else, train is always a useful one. I gotta be honest.
Train, insight, and playbook. If that's something that you just want to knock out real quick.
Sure. Go ahead.
I mean, there really super isn't anything we need a need for.
Okay.
Beyond that.
I mean, not need, but is there anything you need?
I mean, I've already got 2 sets of my long-term projects working, but
well, you might want to work on those long-term projects.
Yeah, you can work on them, make them go. They will not finish on their own.
That's fair. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do a long-term project and a vice.
Okay.
And I wanna tie in Nisa with the vice handlings, since we started laying the groundwork for that.
Absolutely. Do we want to start there? What does that look like?
Sure, let's start there. Hang on. Close my door since having to out loud narrate shenanigans of indulging vices in a house with other people is usually. What?
Don't melt while you're in closed door.
Oh God, I have 2 fans going. It'll hopefully help. Yeah, so it probably is just like another call to Nisa to see if she's available.
Yeah. So what does Nisa look like? Because I picture this being one of those like video calls.
Yeah. Nisa is probably whatever the equivalent to Space Black would be. She is probably a strong, independent woman of Space Black variety. She has one of those like neo afros where it kind of brushes back and then it's tied and then it just afros out behind it.
That's a good look.
But and it's sensible because she's supposed to be an engineer, and they're like, you're supposed to keep your hair short, Nisa, and she's like, nah, fuck that. You ain't touching my hair. And so, she probably,
Not the hair.
yeah,
Never.
she's probably a very physically buff woman because she probably does a lot of the building side of the engineering and is very mechanical affiliated, where Lich was more of the technical and software rigging. But so she probably dials her up and she's just like, Nisa, hi, friend, how are you?
It's friend now, is it?
Well, I'm not employed anymore, so...
That's not what my payroll says.
Oh, that's fair. I do need to collect those health benefits while I'm here. Do you have my paychecks backlogged?
This is really... All of this time, this is what you call me about your paychecks?
No, this is not what I'm calling you about, but while we are on the subject, I want to, while we're talking, I want to sneak in a hack roll that basically will have shown that I've been clocked in on the regular while I've been gone.
We are so zany.
So I want to see. I want to see if I can sneak so that it's like you don't have any pay. Oh wait, it says you've been clocked in this whole time. Wait, you haven't been at work. Yeah, I want to.
So
like that guy in Spain who hadn't shown up for work for 20 years but had been clocked in the whole time.
Right. Please roll me a risky standard hack check.
Alrighty, I just upgraded this. Let's see if we can get something good. What is the...
Now, did you do this before
yeah, this
called her?
I think this would have been a flashback.
Okay,
because we don't use this flashback mechanic enough.
We don't, yeah, and it makes more sense than you doing it simultaneously while being on the call.
The other thing that we have the pool for, what was that called again? For adding extra dice?
Gambits.
I want to tie in a gambit to this too.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we start with 2 every session.
All right. We didn't use any.
Technically, you start with 2 at the beginning of every score. But you ended this last score with some, so they don't go.
They don't go away. Sweet. Yeah, I'm going to use one of our carryover then. So I'll tap that in to try and make this a little better.
Sure.
Hey, a 6.
Nice. All right, that's a success.
And is that a gambit too that we get back?
No.
Right.
Because
we used one.
Because you used a gambit, you do not gain a gambit.
Gotcha.
There's a move that you can take from the Scoundrel playbook, which actually, is it one you can take or is it a Scoundrel starting one? No, I'm pretty sure it's one you can take.
I think it's one you take because the starting Scoundrel one is
only the odds.
Yeah.
The starting Scoundrel one is gives an extra one.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's a move that you can take that allows you to get gambits back if you roll desperate as well as risky, and also lets you get gambits back even if you spent a gambit on that same roll.
Nice.
So, okay. So, as you're having this conversation, and she's like, what paychecks you haven't, after all of this time, you're trying to get back pay for you've been missing, and she starts clacking at her keyboard, and all of a sudden she's like, I know I didn't see you around.
You just haven't been paying very much attention. There are lots of gene-modified engineers working. You know that.
Not ones that stop by my quarters once a week.
I've been very sick. You have to understand. Well, I'm stopping by now. Doesn't that count for anything?
Now?
Well, now. Because I've been here in injury the whole time, of course. So I could be by in an hour if you like.
you can see her like looking at a computer screen off camera, and like she does something like with a touchpad just off the side of the camera, and she's like, "Yeah, all right, an hour."
All right, I will see you soon. And she'll do like the little wink and blow kiss.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
So we need to roll that vice indulge.
Yeah,
and
indulge that vice. An hour later.
Since it sounds like we meet up at since it sounds like I meet up at her place, she'll probably find like a nice bottle of space wine. Everything just has space in front of it. You guys just need to accept it.
We've been doing this for a few sessions.
Yeah,
Everything has had space in front of it.
We're in the future.
So you have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
With the results of these, this 6 to make it look like you've been clocked in this whole time,
Mm-hmm.
is that you can get a coin out of this, and Nisa remains your down tick, or that will change to a neutral tick, and you come to some other kind of an arrangement.
Ooh, I like that.
The other kind of arrangement is super interesting.
The other kind of arrangement is you get to make your vice roll.
Yeah. And that has much more long-term and story implications. So I kind of like that one. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the coin and make her a neutral tick.
Okay.
Because guys, definitely having somebody on the inside can benefit us down the road.
Also, not having your former employer be like, "Hey, why aren't you at work?" Hey.
But I mean, that's fun too. But yeah, no, points there. I might be able to get us discounts on ship upgrades. Yeah, grappler arms. All right.
Once we finally get the ship fake ship papers, which hasn't happened yet. Still,
that's
has
fair.
not yet happened.
So
it's gonna bite us in the ass before we get it, I'm sure.
So vice roll then.
Yes.
I hope so.
All right.
Any
bonus die for this?
You do get one because your friend is helping you.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Boom.
Oh, that's a 6.
All right. Clear all of your stress. You
Hell
go
yeah.
from having 6 stress to having 0 stress.
It was a really good meetup.
Yeah, like it's like
how we're
never gone.
Hitting our stress rolls with no problem. Like vice is not an issue for our group.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there's lots of ways that vice can be an issue for your group while you still hit every single roll.
Yep.
Vice is currently developing.
Kelsa's just not throwing sexy Xenos our way to mess with me yet.
There hasn't been a good
there hasn't been a good opportunity, and that is definitely
really
egging you on to make
I have
it happen.
a lot of things that can come up with both my vice and things that are tangentially related to my vice because I'm a clone, but that hasn't come up yet either. So
working on it.
But it will inevitably.
We know that you're a clone or not.
No.
Mm-mm. Yeah, none of y'all know that she's a clone.
Yeah. None of you really
know that I'm in obsession with lab coats, so it's fine.
I mean, I think
secrets.
I think Face knows at least.
Yeah.
Considering last session, and he's like, "Hey,
I'm waiting for the intervention episode, the lab coat intervention episode."
No, you know what's gonna be? We're gonna do the episode from The Office, where the impersonation episode from The Office.
I do that. Triage will snap if she sees somebody walking around wearing her lab coat.
Oh, we're not gonna wear your lab coat. It's gonna be the rest of the crew, including Caution Tape, all wearing lab coats.
That was me inviting you guys to go in our closet and steal lab coats.
We all gotta go deep in Triage's closet.
So deep. All right. So do you want to do your second action right now?
Yeah, I was gonna use that money to work on that, but this was better. This was a much better outcome. So yeah, I'm going to probably from Nisa's place give Slice a ring. and see how the. Actually, no, that is a stupid idea. She'll be like, "What are you asking about AI cores for?"
Yeah. That you may not want her to overhear that conversation.
Yeah, no, that's dumb. That's dumb on my part. Let's not do that. Let's give. I'll get back to the ship. How long are we here, guys? Have we not determined yet?
We are in between missions, so as long as we need to or want to.
Okay,
long enough for downtime actions to make sense.
Fair enough. I'm probably handling the Nisa situation for a while, so I would be back like the next day or the day after, depending on how tied up I got.
Oh, sorry, I noticed that you got your haircut. I like your tattoo. Looks very nice right now.
Oh, hey, you did.
I wanted to ask
Very
about our heat in Rin.
You can so in the Roll20, if you look at the character sheet labeled factions, it will show you your current status with all of the factions and your current heat in each of the systems at the top.
So I'm going to, instead of doing the playbook training, I want to lay low to get that heat gone.
Okay, well, I mean, one heat is not a huge amount.
Yeah.
You do not have a wanted level, but if you would like to lay low in order to clear it out completely.
Yes, I want to be completely chill up in Rin. So I will.
It doesn't stop being funny whenever I hear it.
I will delete my playbook and tick it back to 3 because I put 1 on it for my training earlier. So
sure,
it was at 4 and now it's back at 3. But yeah, I'm going to lay low so Rin doesn't think that. I don't know. Maybe the body gets pushed out of the sewer without exploding the water main or something.
So just an FYI, lay low is kind of my specialty. I get one for free.
Yeah, but there was only 1 there anyway, so it's not even. Oh, you get one.
You got one. We have one
for free because he's a speaker.
Yeah. We have one in Breck too, though.
I mean, but you're going to go through Rin before you're going to go through Breck.
One heat is almost negligible.
That's true.
You shouldn't even worry about it because by default, lay low gets rid of what, 4 heat?
Yeah.
Or is it? It's.
I think you need to roll for it, don't you?
No, you roll for it. In Blades, you roll for it because you get rid of heat that way, but that's a different name. That move has a different name. In Scum and Villainy, it's if you have wanted levels, you start a clock to get rid of your wanted level in whatever system, and then you also reduce heat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it is 2 heat, not 4.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was about to look it up, but you found it first.
I just wanted to make sure you had.
I've got the downtime stuff in front of me right now. So
I have like 4 different copies of the PDF open and different things in the book.
Whoa! Hello. Sound.
Big sound.
Big sound.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Doc, you could always train. You can always.
Yeah, I'll just put the trading point back on.
Cool.
I forgot that he got a full 3 downtime action.
Yeah.
So are we going through downtime stuff 1 action at a time for each person?
I don't know. That's up to the GM.
I was just interrupting.
No, I mean like you could do your second downtime action right now as well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna. She would have come back probably a day or 2, depending on how tied up she got with Nisa. Pun intended. And then probably call Slice from the ship.
Okay. And Slice was like an old man, right?
Slice was the old space western man, kind of like Cookie from Atlantis. But or at least that's how I pictured him. But or even the crazy junkyard dealer from Love, Death, and Robots. If anyone hasn't seen it, you should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's really good. It's really good.
It's
good.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you give him a call once you get back to the ship, and he's like, "All right, Glitch, what can I do for you?"
Oh, Slicey, you know what I'm calling you for. How goes the search?
Yeah. Let me pull that up. And so he, you hear him like this is like not a video call.
Mm-hmm.
It's audio only. Like I don't think he has.
He doesn't believe in video calls. He thinks they steal his soul.
Yeah, they think they steal souls. Exactly. So he's got like a Bluetooth headset or something in, and does not own the technology to do a video call. But he's like walking somewhere, and he's like, and you hear like the sound of actual paper rustling, and yeah. So he gives you an update on like potential leads. And it's going to be up to you to actually like pursue them. He's like, now I can find this information out for you, but I don't trust that kind of stuff, and I'm not gonna deal with it. No 10-foot pole. So here's your list, and do with it what you will.
Very good, Slice. Thank you. It's much appreciated.
So now, in order to progress your clock, tell me how you use your list.
I will probably just take a look at the list and see if there's anybody in system that I can contact first, because it if I remember correctly, the communication on the other systems takes much longer to get messages out.
Yeah. Two of the names are listed as being in system, but there's no one of them does not have like a location or like a communicator, whatever. It's just like it like an internet handle or something.
I gotta reach out to him on Space 4chan.
Yeah, something like that. It's there's a path of communication, but it's not like a location or a phone number.
Gotcha. Nothing in system though.
No, like there's another that is associated with a another smuggling ship. It seems that they were putting out feelers for a fence for the type of product you were looking for.
That reeks of cops, but I do like this this other one, and no paper trail on them. She'll probably try and reach out to them.
Okay. Do you like?
I guess if they don't have anything other than going onto the web, that's going to be the way we go. And it'll probably be one of those, I forget what the group is called, those people who leave like the augmented reality messages and like pictures and having to use cryptography to decipher stuff. I imagine that's what this person is doing, and so she's going to do pretty much the same thing.
So she's just making like an ARG, what the hell is that called? The thing where people go to drop
dead drops.
That's not quite. There's like a name for it. It's like.
But it's the ones that you do for like on websites and stuff, and just in the deep web, and like those little like puzzle ones that people put out. And it's like here's the picture, and you have to like, you know, put it through all these various filters, and then you have to use the whatever system to decipher the QR code that comes up. It's
just an elaborate version of Doki Doki Literature Club.
It's probably very overly complex and unnecessary, but she's trying to match the level of carefulness that this person is putting into it. And basically, once he deciphers the picture, it just says, "I'm an interested buyer," and then it has like the little like emoji face of a smiley face with fox ears.
The
little dancing fox.
A lot of decryption going on there.
Yeah, I think it would be a hack roll.
Sounds like you're looking for a hack roll here. Yeah, for sure.
Encryption and decryption.
So I just roll hack then?
Yes.
And people are like, push for that desperate for the EXP. Is there any way I can do that? The chances of it actually being a cop?
Probably getting in trouble with other people, not just the cops. Because this doesn't sound like a sting.
Yeah. No. If you have that, in order to make it desperate, your little "I'm a buyer," whatever, has to give more of your personal information.
That's fine.
Could be traced back to you.
Yeah, I think that's fine. And she probably intentionally leaves a little bit for them to follow, so that, you know, instead of it just being, hey, I'm interested, and then not actually getting into contact with the person, there's probably enough that a skilled person could track it back to her, which in turn puts the ship in danger, because nobody else knows that she's looking for this dangerous AI core. Yeah, so that can go up to desperate then?
Yeah.
Sweet. Be proud of me, Chad. I did it.
You did it. Congrats.
Here we go. Come on, keep these sixes going. Whoa, double 6!
Oh, you should have had great effect if you're increasing your position.
Yeah, you should have. This, because that is letting them know that you're serious. So that goes to great effect.
Okay.
And also with that being
I didn't ask. That's my fault. I should have
so
asked.
I should have explained it when you said you were going to be giving it to the great effect, and what you were describing definitely sounds to me like trading your position for effect. Or
Hey, Rin, you missed a 6.
I missed a what?
You missed a 6.
I missed a 6. I need to roll
You
another
only
one.
have 2.
I know. I think that was what we were talking about.
2 is the right number for a crit. So.
Oh,
but
no,
it's not the right number for the beast.
Yes, exactly.
Isn't it though?
Wait, hold on.
So with a crit,
that's a 1.
With a crit, you normally get 5 segments, and this will give you like a bonus to that. So that'll fill your clock from having 2 out of 8 to just being full.
Nice. Here we come, Terminator.
And now you're muted.
Oh.
It's not a. I have a phone call, so it wasn't. I had to mute it, and it's not unmute. It wasn't unmuting. Give me a second. I've got to go answer this phone call. Jump to somebody else's downtime.
All right. Yeah. Let's go.
Speaking of which, I was actually going to ask if I could go next because I'm going to have to pick up Christine shortly.
Yeah. Let's go. What is Faith up to?
So because I'm on injury, I wanted to start the clock on my long-term project of finding some kind of facial disguise tool. So I think what I'm gonna do is find some kind of like super fast like 3D printer that would be like portable that I could take around with myself.
Want to get those Mission Impossible masks?
Exactly, actually.
Yeah. I got
that
you.
Would be very helpful.
We could, well, this is the future, so we could probably have like digital versions, so we don't
I
have to like
asked
have
about
them.
That,
yeah.
And I was told that it would be like pre-tech or something, and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting involved in all that.
Yeah, there's not like holographic face replacements that you can quite do. That's a little bit beyond what we've got. And there's probably some of that technology out there, but it is not commonly available. It's either pre-tech or proprietary to an alien species who is not letting it get in those dirty human hands.
I think
we do. We murder them all.
After we start being successful with our smuggling operations, we should start like laundering money for bigger like crime syndicates.
Why would you want to wash money though?
Because dirty money is illegal.
But that means we have to get like washing machines.
The money I keep in my shoe,
we have to get more washing machines, and that seems like a hassle. Is our ship just going to become a big old washing machine? Just always going to be rolling?
Yes.
I don't think there's any mechanical way to launder money in this game anyway.
No, It's fictionally you can, and this is a fiction first game, so
that's fair.
And really laundering money definitely falls under the umbrella of smuggling.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
100%.
essentially what you'd be doing is taking money from one place and putting it in another place in order to make it look like it didn't come from the first place.
Yep.
So what I was going to do for my long-term projects is actually reach out to Karos, since we're still on injury anyway.
Sure.
And see if he has any idea where I could find such a thing.
Sure. So yeah, you give him a call and ask about. Let me see what kind of a long-term project with this. I think it's going to be probably an 8 o'clock as well. Of course, your character sheet is the only one I don't have open.
I'm hiding.
Yeah, because face goes above factions. Okay, clock name is.
I may be a bottom boy on screen, but on top of the character sheets.
Top of the sheets.
That's right.
Okay.
Bottom boy in the
Possible
sheets.
face masks. Yeah. Why do you believe that Karos would have a line on these?
I don't believe he specifically would have a line on these, knowing his factory production. But because he's the owner of a factory, I'm sure he can put me in touch with someone who deals with synthetics like this. So he probably can point me in the right direction.
Okay. Sure. That sounds like you're probably going to just be schmoozing and consorting your way here.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking to consort.
Okay. And he's your friend, so you get an extra die.
So controlled standard?
This is not... this is a fortune roll. There's no risk inherent to you asking this question.
Oh, so just fortune then. Okay. I thought we were doing a consort.
Right. So you do a fortune roll with the number of dice from your consort plus your friend helping you.
Okay.
So yeah, you give him a call and you ask about these face masks and like, let's see how much he knows. 5. Okay, so that's gonna be
definitely not Bryn's 2 6s, but I got 2 5s.
2 5s is great though.
The formula is great. It gives.
I still leaves you with a consequence though.
It gives no. There's no
Fortune
consequence
roll.
because it's a fortune roll.
Oh, it's a fortune roll.
This was. There's no risk. Like, neither your lines nor Karos's lines are currently being monitored by the police for someone to overhear this conversation and think that it's shady.
We don't have to be like, hey, we need to whack those weeds. Like talking code, you know.
No, yeah, you're totally fine. So you've got 2 on this clock, and he's like, "Oh man, I haven't seen those outside of like Hollow Vids, but I can probably find someone who can hook you up. Just give me a call next time you're in system."
Sounds good, man. I really appreciate it, and I will definitely keep you in mind and get some new good product.
Yeah, that's what I like about your face.
All right, have a good one.
Boop. Awesome. And then your second thing?
I like to think that the hang-up noise in this universe is literally a recording of somebody saying boop.
No, me specifically, of Kelsa from the distant past.
It's Dr. Kelsa who goes
Nice.
Dr. Kelsa.
So I am gonna lay low my free action because I can do that for free anyway.
Right. Yeah.
And then with my third action, I was gonna go shopping because this is an industry planet. So I'm thinking I can get some fancy clothes while I'm here.
You
you missed the fancy clothes place when we were back in Nightfall.
I mean, you can get some fancy clothes here, but the industry on Indri is more creating spaceships than creating high fashion.
Face will wear a spaceship.
You can wear a fancy spacesuit.
You could definitely get a fancy spacesuit.
You know who has a nice spacesuit?
You know what you could wear? You could wear a lab coat.
Really pushing for that lab coat.
No, we've already established that we're all saving it for a day to surprise triage.
To be honest,
wearing lab
Rhys
coats.
would get a fancy spacesuit just to be a jerk. I'm sure we have spacesuits for each of us on the ship.
Oh, we definitely do.
Go out of this.
Wear a cooler flight garb than. Face is just gonna sit here and start wearing everybody's outfits cooler than them.
He can certainly try.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. So get a fancy spacesuit. Honestly, this sounds like an acquire asset action, and the better you roll, the fancier it is.
Okay.
And then it will just sit in storage until at some point where you need to wear a spacesuit, and you can be like, I have the fanciest spacesuit.
My spacesuit has spinning rims.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would that be a fortune roll too?
Yes. So you use the your crew's quality as your roll, which is one die.
Face is a Daft Punk concert.
He needs the mask.
In fact, my clothes actually come with Daft Punk music built in. When I
But
walk
it doesn't actually play out loud. It's just people hear it in their brain.
Nope. No, thank you. Get those clothes away from me.
Oh wow.
Okay, so
Because that's how you get subliminal advertising.
Yeah, Face. It's his corporate sponsorships from
Face corporate shill.
all about that acre.
Daft and Punk, the newest legal firm.
Quality, you said. Is there anything else I can add to that?
Friend helping you. Do you want to spend the last gambit that was left over from last?
I definitely want to spend a gambit on this. I will ask Flashbulb if she'd be able to help me.
Would I?
I mean, it's up to you.
You
are a spacesuit aficionado, and you were also my
true.
Griffin companion for last session. So.
This is all true. Yeah, I mean, if you ask her, she'll just be like, "Oh, you're looking for a spacesuit?"
Yeah, talk to this guy.
Yeah, but you have to promise not to tell the rest of the crew because it has to be a surprise.
All right. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Sure. Yeah, let's go. And she like lists out a couple of places that you would obviously have not heard of. It's just like, you go here. I got a friend who does some nice customization. It's like a tailor for spacesuits.
Nice.
That. Yeah, I got one of those.
So Kelsa, and I don't know if I can do this, but while we're there, I'm gonna kind of be like, look, I'm kind of a big deal, so I'm willing to do a devil's bargain and possibly take some heat to get an extra bonus dice.
I mean, it wouldn't possibly be some heat. It would 100% be some heat.
Oh yeah, but like I would be like, I might have done some jobs, you know what I mean? Like he's kind of just like really playing it up.
What, to the person that the person that I recommended, my friend who doesn't care.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's really what the question is if you think that your friend would be the kind to hold that against your crew.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is the guy in the background with a fake mustache reading a newspaper that overshoots.
He's got like the hole cut out of the space newspaper.
Well,
like a hole in his iPad.
The friend I was gonna bring up, because I was actually gonna meet with this friend for my long-term project for my downtime, but I might as well bring him up now. I have a friend.
Take care of that at the same time.
That's right. Triv, a ship mechanic, is the person. I don't know if they would care. I guess I should describe Triv because that would be helpful.
I mean, if not, I can just roll the 2.
2, yeah, and two's good. Also, right. After you can spend credit afterward to increase the quality.
I mean, also question, Flashbulb, do you consider Face to be your friend?
Yes, we all sitting at the table want to know.
Dang, I'm hurt.
Yeah, actually, no. Like face as okay. Eccentric's the wrong word, but as strange as they can be sometimes, as much of a noble as they can be sometimes, they're a fun person to be around. So, take it.
So nobody's friends with Triage, but everybody loves Face.
Have you tried to pal around with anyone?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Face.
That's why.
Face. I don't think that's in Triage's MO, though. To be honest with you.
I feel like we palled around the first game.
Yeah. Face has high soothing platitudes.
It's true. We ran around with a body together.
Yeah.
I mean,
we did also Coyote Ugly, so it's not like, we don't like you.
6.
So I got some hot outfits.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You got a real nice spacesuit.
So okay. So that's going to be your crew quality +1. So it's a quality 2 spacesuit. If you want to improve that, you can spend a coin.
So I will spend a coin.
What does quality do to a spacesuit?
So does this come out of my cred or does this come out of?
Yeah, cred. Yeah, your cred. Sorry, coin is the.
You don't want to coming out of stash because it would technically take 2 because stash is your non-liquid assets.
Okay, that's why I was wondering. Okay, so
yes,
I can spend 1 cred and make it a 3 quality spacesuit.
Yeah. Yeah.
On that note, I actually need to go pick up my wife, but as soon as I get in the car, I will try to give you guys a call and we will try this out.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So keep a lookout for me. And we're about to see if this works.
All right, and let's take a moment because it's probably going to mess up the camera too, guys.
I was going to say
what you can do is you can drop out of this call and start the call without video on your phone before you leave. That way, it will mess up the cameras for the shortest amount of time.
I see. Okay, so let me drop off the call and I'll give you guys a call back right away. I'll jump right back.
All right, and I'm ready to adjust as needed. So let's do it. All right.
Ta-da! It's us.
It didn't mess up too badly. I just gotta tweak. Oh gosh, I gotta fix it.
Well, while we're going through technical difficulties, Saint, tell me more about Triv.
Triv is a ship's mechanic. They are their pronouns are they them. They are human. They're human, not a clone. I should specify that.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yes.
I can hear you.
We can hear
you.
You.
So does my tile still show up, Ren?
Yes, your tile's here, but it somehow puts you at the top instead of where
it would put him in whatever position the last person to join the call was in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it saved it just fine last time, where everybody ended up in the same spots when we rejoined that way. But
we all rejoined in the same order last time.
All right. Well, I am here, but I'm going to mute my audio, and I will have no video until I get back.
I'm there.
No problem.
Also, now this isn't anything else being difficult, but now the video call is messing up too. There we go. All right. So you go up here. Rhys, you go down here. It's not a huge uh-oh. It's a easy fix.
This is still going to be a lot better than just not having face for half of the session. So.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
All right, that's back.
So
when he comes back, he should end up in that same spot, right?
Yeah, when he turns on his video, it's going to be in that same spot.
Okay, great.
Mm.
Okay, so Triv is human and not a clone, and not a clone.
Not a clone.
Yeah, they're not a clone because otherwise they would be a thing for like. I think it's gonna be weird to hear, but like generally there aren't that many clone lines, so like you can generally if you've been around clones a lot, you can generally figure out like who's a clone and who isn't because they all look like. Mm-hmm. Weirdly enough, they all look the same because they're clones.
But also, they all usually have the same job and all usually wear a uniform or something similar.
And have like a brand basically and stuff.
And have a brand and have the haircut.
Yeah.
And when you deviate from that, it becomes a lot easier for you to blend in.
Exactly. But
have
Triv,
you deviated, Mr. Clone or Mrs. Clone?
What?
Have you deviated from the standard clone appearance yet? No.
I'm a spaceship pilot, so yes, very much so. Which is why I don't think anybody on the crew has recognized like, oh, she's a clone.
I think definitely like flashing back to episode 1 where you stole that car, like in the background of that shot there was like a space Uber with a clone of you behind the wheel of it while you're in the middle of stealing the car and you drive away.
Exactly.
And we don't focus on it all. It's just there.
Yeah, it just happens to be in the background. It's like,
and probably only the very most observant viewers notice it. And it's not until later when the big reveal happens that everyone goes back and reviews and finds out that in every single episode there was at least one time that you and a clone were in the same shot.
Yeah. But they have like long they got long dark green hair. Some of which they have like out like it's a lot of hair, but like some of it's like in like a big ponytail. And they're wearing like I describe them as like the spacesuit like a spacesuit tailor. So like they have a like extremely bespoke spacesuit. I don't know what that would look like, but it's like it's perfect, like perfect specifications for their body. And it has like it doesn't look like a spacesuit basically. Is I think what it would be. It's just like as perfect as it's just like it's a jumpsuit, but like it's a jumpsuit that doesn't look bulky or anything, but when you go into space, you're like, that should not be a spacesuit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And let's see, they have brown eyes, and like a kind of, they have generally their expression is one of frustrated understanding with people.
I understand, but I hate it.
Yeah, it's that, or why don't you understand? This is simple stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frustrated understanding.
Okay, yeah. So, where, like, does he have like is this his main business or is this like a side gig designing space?
This is technically their side gig. Like because spacesuits are like custom spacesuits are a pretty niche thing. It'd be like having like custom wetsuits, kind of.
I feel like that has to exist.
Oh, it definitely does, but like you can. I don't think you can be like it's not like you can be a tailor and like that be your full job.
Sure.
So yeah. It's kind of that. They do like they are again a ship mechanic, so they like actually like work on ships, which is also why they're on injury.
Yeah. But
they work for like one of the like smaller subsidiary companies that isn't just the Starsmith Guild.
Sure. Okay. So do they have like a custom workshop space, or are they like working out of their house, or Like, where are you meeting them for this?
They have like they rented and eventually took over a garage. Like there was like a like it was literally used to be a garage. Like it was like probably like it could fit like 4 grav cars in it, and now it's just like dedicated to half of it is dedicated to like they just have like a workspace, and the other half is like, hey, here's my like tailoring, my spacesuit tailoring shop. Yeah.
So is it like a personal garage, or is it like open as like a garage business doing repair work?
I think it's like it's.
Are you thinking more like empty warehouse space that they rented and then converted? Or were you thinking like it was a car garage, now it's still a car garage, but they also make spaceship clothes?
Like the aesthetic is like it used to be a car garage, and you can still see like it has the same like doors that you would have on a car garage, but like it's not a garage anymore.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it is that sort of empty like warehouse thing, but it's not like a warehouse. It was a garage.
So is there like an attached like office area or something like that?
The like half of the garage is like their workshop, so that's like the office area as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just trying to get a picture
they basically like put a partition in between the workshop space and the like store space.
Okay.
Yeah,
so they are very excited to assist with getting Face a very expensive, very fancy spacesuit.
Good.
And then you also had some other business with them?
Yes. I was going to flash back to earlier.
Also,
so
do they know you're a clone?
No, because they met me like when I was like doing like piloting stuff, when I was like actually like making my name for myself as like a hotshot pilot. Like doing like sort of doing the racing circuit.
Sure.
So they said they met me around the same time as like I became rivals with Choss, who we still haven't seen yet, but we'll see at some point. But yeah, it was the racing circuit is where I met them.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, so I want to flash back to earlier so I can do my vice because I have a lot of stress.
You want to do that first?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to indulge my vice, so I'm gonna go find. I think is this the planet that Harold Critus is on? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna keep it for like. Oh, I think I know where he is. I think Harold Critus, because this would make sense. He probably knows I'm a clone because he's lives on Amarath. Yeah.
Okay.
He initiated me into the cult, so.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know if there would be any what do we call them? Reliquaries or
repositories.
Repositories. There we go. I don't know if there would be any repositories here on Indri. Like.
Ooh. All right. Well, it's gonna have to be some finding then. Some looking for like some like workers meeting that's also happens to that's the cover for a cult meeting.
Or you could just like fill one of the rooms in the spaceship with your gas and pop all of it.
I mean, it's not quite the same. It's not quite the same, you know.
No, it's a social drug.
Well, it's the aspect of it like afterwards you talk to like other people of your faith about it. It'd be like, yeah, you can like worship on your own, like in your home, but like it's not the same as going to church.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. This is the lesser solution to the problem. I mean, lesser version of what I want, basically.
And yeah, I bet there you can probably, after a little bit of digging, find something, but you're gonna need to make a roll for it.
Okay. Can I? Let's see. I would probably just look, because it's one of those things where it's like, because this is an underground cult, it's like you look for signs of it. because we were talking about the ARG stuff earlier. It's like a little bit of that too, where it's like code words for like, this is like, hey, if there are like these like this like variation of words, or like this like if this is the how it's worded, then you'll find it. Oh.
Heard a child.
Yeah, I did too.
Sorry. I just unmuted myself because I wanted to say, like, quick question. Would we still be together? Because I might be able to help you find it because I have all the consorts and such. So since you're helping me out, I can help you out. I don't need to like come to your crazy cult meeting or anything, but I can help you find one.
Yeah, this is a question of how much have I told everybody about like the fact that I'm part of a cult.
Yeah, like
and bring it up. I don't know if I know or if you would ask me to help, or I'm just throwing out the option.
It's fair.
I would avoid bringing it up to triage because she would just be like asking you every possible question.
Oh yeah.
So.
Plus, we're not friends.
Dad,
ooh, burn.
Triage is kind of like that, so it's like kind of expected. Like we're
to be fair, this was you admitted that to begin with, so
yeah,
we're colleagues.
Yeah, we're colleagues. I think she would try finding it on her own. Like, as much as she appreciate the help of having Face help her out, it is a like personal thing for her.
I get you.
Mm-hmm.
No big. Like I said, I knew it was kind of a personal thing, but I wasn't sure if you would feel comfortable enough. So
So
we'll join cult meetings together later. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. She'll initiate you later. It's fine.
It's the ultimate sign of friendship: joining a cult together.
Joining a cult, exactly.
when I indoctrinate you into my cult, that's how you know we're really friends.
Exactly.
Drink this Kool-Aid. We'll be friends forever.
The element of making friends.
Yeah, so I think she's gonna go on like local like planetary forums and stuff, and she's just gonna like look through posts upon posts from like it's like local area posts basically. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, that's what she's gonna look through. Not like she's not gonna like directly reach out to people because like she thinks she can just find it just by like researching and digging.
Yeah, sure.
You're on the Craigslist of weird space.
I'm on the next door of like like space next door basically is like more what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like you're studying.
Mm-hmm. Because I can't consort worth a damn. So
all right. Yeah. So study these postings and if you
I just love her being on like a social media site. It's like, how many stars would you rate this cult meeting? You
know. Is it what's the position?
I think it's controlled because you can definitely fail.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the consequences of failure are anything other than like lose this opportunity.
Okay, sounds good. All right, let's control. It's controlled standard.
Yeah.
We don't have any gambits anymore, do we?
No, we should have.
You should have one because
we have one left.
Rhys did not actually use one of those gambits.
Okay, cool. Then I will use a gambit because I would like to de-stress, please.
Uh-huh.
That's a 6.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
It's surprisingly easy. Like not suspiciously easy, but just like you just so happen to go on like refresh the site exactly as the ad you're looking for was posted. You know, like it's definitely a matter of blind luck.
Right. Good.
Yeah. You just had the most perfect idea, and then you're like, this is the right time of day that someone would call for a meeting. Let's see what's over on the space next door. And then, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, so she'll head out to the cult meeting, and go and talk to one of her predecessors.
Yeah.
It's another case of her talking to a different version of herself, but still not the progenitor.
Not yet.
Because it's not plot significant enough yet. Got to build up to it.
You can't meet Pumat Prime, at least for another episodes.
Exactly. Oh.
Okay. Roll them dice.
Okay, let's indulge it. I don't have any friends helping me yet because none of you are in my cult yet. 3. Okay, that's yeah. You know what time it is? It's gonna be time for a trauma at some point.
Yay!
Getting there.
Those are fun.
Yeah. Get that sweet trauma XP. Yeah, cool. So yeah, that's my vice. I go and talk to another version of myself, and it's a much less interesting conversation than last episode's.
So does then you wanted to still talk to Triv about fixing up your bike.
Mm-hmm.
Do they refer to you as Flashbulb or as Lotus?
Flashbulb.
Flashbulb. Okay. I know it was from the time you were using that moniker during your racing days.
Yes.
But depending on your preferences and how close your friendship is, it would differ. Yeah, it would differ. So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they're there. They are very excited about selling a very fine quality, very fancy spacesuit to your friend.
Cool.
And I did you just is the bike in running order where you drive it over here, or?
Well, considering I stole it, yes.
Well, I remember you were you were doing some modifications yourself. So
right. Okay. Then
But I mean, you could have put it back together.
I think I put it on a grav pallet, and it was me and caution tape brought it over. So it's caution tape sitting on this bike that's half assembled on a grav pallet right outside Triv's workshop.
Mm-hmm. And it was there when you arrived with Face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're like, all right, Flashbulb, but what about that bike outside?
Well, about that, I'm looking to get a little bit back of the racing spirit because I haven't really been back into it, but hard to do that when you're doing the jobs I'm doing. So I thought, why not get a bike? Plus, very good transportation when on planet, no?
Ah, that's a good point. Yeah. That's a pretty good model you got there as a base, at least.
Oh, thanks. I got it off Nightfall. You'll believe it.
It's like the Honda Civic where you can literally put anything inside of that bike.
And then they roll up their sleeves or whatever and put their hands together and all right, so what are we doing to her?
So immediately, because Face is here at this point, right?
You're here.
Oh yeah.
So
you are here.
Face is so this thing needs some rims, a lift, some body work. We need to paint it some hot colors. Maybe get some vinyl.
Flashbulb
Face could care less what it drives like.
Yeah.
He's gonna make this shit look good.
Yeah, and Flashbulb puts a hand up, just hey.
She's no.
We're doing that later. We're gonna focus on
Performance.
focus on performance, making it mechanically superb. Making it getting it fast, getting the handling to be tight, being able to flip on a dime, that kind of thing.
Face is but
hey, Face. If I can't do sick loop-de-loops, as you might say, with it, what's the point?
If I can't drift with all the kids, why even have it?
Out later.
I promise that we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Talk about it, yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to be focusing on all that performance stuff because that's what she's interested in. And I assume what Triv is also interested in as a mechanic. It's being we're going to tear out all the parts and give it an engine that's 5 times as powerful.
Yes.
That's actually why I brought it up. I thought it would be so funny because when Face thinks about fixing something up, he thinks about making it look super cool. You know what I mean? So I think the contrast is hysterical.
Awesome.
I bet Face is the kind of person that when he cleans his living space, it's still dirty, but it's no longer messy, kind of thing.
I know what you mean. Okay, so sweet grab bike. Let's work on this long-term project.
Let's work on it.
Sounds to me like you're doing some rig with the help of a friend.
Yep, that's right. That's what I'm
roll some dice.
All right. Is it a fortune roll?
Yeah, there's a fortune roll.
Okay,
cool. Fortune roll.
So I have 2 dice in this because I have one from myself and one from my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And this is rig. Rig that bike. Oof, 2 3s.
Yikes. Remember, if you'd like to improve this, you can spend money, but as it stands, you get one tick on your clock.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my one extra cred right now to make it 2. Because that's not great.
Yeah, it's really not.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Triv is a ship mechanic, not a bike mechanic. So same basic principles, but when you get down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like he's trying to install like they're trying to install like a little like a jet booster that you could use to like blast off.
Yeah.
And like they're like, oh, and what if we put a button that you can blow up a temporary bubble and actually get 15 minutes of air in space, and is gone on all of this stuff and all of these ideas without actually like putting the bike back together.
Yeah, it's just like, Triv, the bike doesn't need an afterburner. It just needs to be faster and more responsive. It's a bike, not a ship.
It's got to burn before you worry about the afterburn.
They're like, but that'll make it even faster. You want to go really fast, right? Just I remember your racing days. And...
Yeah, I mean, I do, but I also want a bike that works because right now it's in 45 different pieces.
They turn, they like look at the pile and like go like this, like 47.
It was close. I don't know why you took those 3 things apart. They were fine together. It was 45 like 3 minutes ago. Why did you do this?
They have like another piece in their hand and they've like twisted it apart. It's now in 2 different pieces.
Like, Triv. Oh, Triv, I miss you. I miss you so much.
Like, I'll help.
Okay, now with that coin, alternatively, instead of adding 1 to it, you can use that to buy an extra roll on your downtime and be like, let me order a pizza, and
let's try that. Let's try that. Yeah,
and get another roll.
Yeah, I'll do
pizza
that.
Helps with everything.
Yeah, we'll order some pizza and we'll do it again.
And so, Face, do you stay here the entire time? It's been like 3 hours.
So I will occupy myself with something for sure. I am probably like looking through all the stuff of like body kits and like all the fancy stuff to like soup it up later on. So like they're like taking the thing apart, and I'm looking at like vinyls and body kits and like.
Triv has handed you like the fashion magazine for motorcycles.
Yeah. Yep. I'm like, oh, definitely this color. Like,
He's a pretend gearhead now. Is he just like a vanity motorcycle expert?
Yes.
I mean, Face has caution tape to talk to, because caution tape's just kind of just handing tools, and that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's true too.
Face is totally the guy at the races who's like, yeah, man, check out my ride. And they're like, how many horsepower is it? He's like,
12.
This is the kind of person who has a license plate that says "the Face" on it.
Yeah. So, let's do it again. Let's order some pizza and do it again. So it's the same roll, from the sounds of it. So it's rigging with a friend. Rig it.
Rig it up.
I got a 4. That's
Hey,
good.
that means you actually get 2 ticks instead of just the 1.
Yeah, that's
so you're at 6 out of 8 after all of that.
Woo! Cool. We're probably gonna end up leaving this planet, so it's gonna be very awkward trip being like, I'm gonna have to finish this when I'm off planet. But it was nice of you to help me work on it, and I'm sure I'll be back on injury before you know it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's not like terribly awkward. It's just like a little bit like, oh, I see you're packing up your hover pallet. But yeah, y'all been hanging out at this garage for like 6-8 hours.
Yeah.
And then you can head back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I send them a message being like, remind me when I'm in system to send you a picture of the bike.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're just doing side off stuff, once he's done with his downtime, I guess like I could meet up with a previous patient of mine. And since my playbook advancement that I'm working on is welcome anywhere, I'm just gonna like work with that person because they're like, hey, look, my symptoms are coming back, kind of thing. And I guess that's my training for my playbook advancement.
Sure.
Like me improving my fake ass bedside manner. Because I don't care about people.
Wow.
I mean, we're talking about triage.
Yeah, we really are. Okay, so I believe that is everyone's downtime actions. We have 2 from everyone except Face, who got 3.
One quick thing, since I had to step away, remind me what the end results of my action was.
AI core stuff.
You succeeded. You got a great success. And it fully completed your clock. So you will need to actually pay a cred for the core itself.
I can do that. Actually, I have one.
I feel like it's probably more than 1 cred.
Oh, I shall acquire more creds. Yeah, so that's fair. It's an AI core. I imagine it would be pretty expensive.
Yeah,
I'm just excited to have like a permanent NPC in our party.
Let me know how much this will be, and I will steal the necessary funds.
No one ever. I mean, they just make coffee, so you ignore them.
Hey, I love caution tape. Okay. Caution tape is my.
Caution tape is your drinking buddy and only friend.
You keep trying to bribe my robot.
So
it hasn't said no.
The robot is sentient and has its own thought processes. It can be my friend if it wants to.
I don't know.
So, I don't know if they know if they are.
Yes.
I think that it's gonna cost 6 creds for an AI core module. Like
6 creds.
That is the price they're telling you. They're willing to wait and have you have dibs on this, but it's highly illegal, very rare, and
we're communicating through messaging, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully super encrypted messaging.
Yeah, I think we have proven that we are both leet hacksaw enough to
with that crit on the hack. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very encrypted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get a private message to his personal Discord, space Discord, and join it. Mm-hmm. Okay, 6 creds. I'm gonna make a note on that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to basically do a score to get it from the sounds of it.
Yeah,
you might be able to negotiate or have Face negotiate.
I definitely want to talk that down, and I might. Is this something I can pull Face in on to do now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, assuming.
Yeah, I know he's occupied.
I mean, once I'm done my pizza.
Once you've done your pizza, yeah. I imagine mine takes. I imagine mine takes a little time to get contacted back because the 2 of us are doing such needlessly overcomplicated cryptography to one another.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, he would be totally down to help you.
Okay. Yeah, so I would probably message the guy back with like 6 creds. That's a bit expensive. perhaps we could talk and work out an arrangement to lower that.
You get a response back that says, we are open to negotiation.
Yeah. All right. So
that's not a promise for a lower price, but it is
an
agreement.
Even like out of character, definitely open to doing a job or some kind of favor to lower this. So yeah.
Face immediately says, "Tell him we have it right now."
We have. Oh. Okay.
Like we'll give you 4. We have it right now.
Exactly. Like that's the easiest way to lower the price. Say
the best way is to move it quick. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So she messages, we're interested in making this purchase right away. Can we trying to make it not sound like a cop. It's like, yeah. So she would
help her with the wording.
Yeah, she basically conveys what he's saying. What Face is saying. You know, we are excited to move on this now. We have the creds available. Let's meet and negotiate the terms and potential deals.
I can't wait until this ends in a blaster fight.
Has anybody got any illegal AI cores? I'm looking to score illegal AI cores.
Hey, I've got cash.
Maybe
I want to make a deal. Done.
Yeah.
Like call here if you have
Officer Turner.
Yeah, I'll pass along my contact number since I already left a trail for them to get in contact with us. So.
And then under that on the billboard, like, P.S. Please no cops.
P.S. You have to tell us if you're space cops.
Be like, look, the sign specifically said no cops. You can't arrest me.
Yeah.
You weren't invited to my birthday party.
Get out.
If you're Malclaith, you have to tell us. It's a rule.
It's a rule. Yeah, they make the rules though, so if they say it's not.
Yeah,
but see, because it's Malclaith, it is their rule, and they're like, yeah,
you probably would be actually.
It's like that's true. We did say that.
Look,
all right.
Here's the thing: House Malclaith and the Galactic Hegemonies outlawed the first rule, which is supposed to be never talk about Fight Club, and they always talk about Fight Club. They're the worst. Ignore all of their rules.
Ignore all of their rules. All right.
They're always talking about Fight Club. Those bastards. All right.
So yeah, we pass along the number.
He'd be all about that. So
yeah,
take that, credit card companies.
Buy it on layaway. Thank you, Ast. I got this coupon for 20% off.
20% off AI course.
Nice.
I'm bringing everything to the table. I cut this out of a 30-year-old newspaper. It should be valid.
We got a space Groupon.
Yeah, I got this space Groupon.
I have ration cards for AI cores from the war.
From the war. The space war, you good? See. All right. So yeah, they have my number to contact.
Okay.
And we are eager to move.
You honor manufacturer coupons, right?
The identity of the call sign of the person that you've been negotiating with has been key card, and they say that their contact is Maximilian's, and you will be meeting with him at, I don't know, what kind of location do you want? I feel like you could have dictated the kind of location and then they would just tell you the specific location. You know what I mean?
Let's meet. I'm gonna look at Face. Where do you want to meet this guy?
Okay, because I was just gonna say, do you let me know? So I would definitely meet him or them in the most neutral location possible. Also, we don't want a ton of surveillance, but we want enough surveillance that we can tap just in case.
I mean, I don't think you'd want any surveillance because you're trading something super illegal. But,
so here's the thing. It would be good if there is surveillance, and then we can just doctor the footage, but we have it for ourselves. So I'm hoping that Glitch can do that.
I totally can do that.
Cool.
So that's my thinking. So that if we need to blackmail them later, or if something happens, we have a record.
This is why I brought Face.
Blackmailing is definitely becoming a common thing between our.
I'm hoping you let the other half of the crew know that this happens in case something goes really wrong.
I think there is definitely a moment where Glitch pops into Triage's lab and it's like, "Hello, we are going out to buy some illegal goods. Just wanted to let you know that Face and I will be away. Face and I will be away for a while. If you wanted to come, the invite is open, and you are more than welcome to join us. Bye." And then she heads off to go tell the same thing to the Flashbulb. And it probably changes up her story and is like, "I'm going to acquire some goods for a crafting project if you wanted to come along so that we could have a potential getaway driver, but I do not think it would be necessary because it's totally on the level and not something illegal."
So I am already there with Flashbulb. So like on the phone, like while you're talking to Triage, I would totally go over to her and be like because she's still working presumably, so like whispering her in her ear like slightly too loud, like, hey, we're gonna go on this mission, it's gonna be awesome. How long are you gonna be?
It is totally not illegal, and we definitely would not need a getaway driver, but if you wanted to come, it would be great.
Glitch,
I'm like Flashbulb, Glitch says it's totally not illegal.
Glitch, you're not as good as lying as you are as Faces. What are you getting?
Oh, you know, it is just something for a little project. I am looking to improve on a design I have been working on for some time.
That could mean anything from a toaster to a death ray gun. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Ooh, can we get a death ray toaster?
No.
Can we get the toaster from Big Empty?
Maybe. But what are you getting?
Oh, Flash, is this a safe channel?
I mean, would it not be a safe channel? With me? You kidding me?
It's an AI.
You said it is a new kind of programming for AI, right?
Yes, absolutely. It is definitely not an AI core.
Hold on.
You are so bad at this.
You said AI, and you didn't, and you thought not to tell me, and caution tape, and caution tape's just kind of in the back, just like working, like taking something else, like.
I am telling you,
like they hear
right
this,
now.
Like 4 out of their 6 limbs go up in the air. Like what?
I am doing exactly that right now. I am letting you know that I intend to build a robot buddy for caution tape.
And it looks at caution tape's like, "What do you think about that, caution tape?"
Yeah, right.
They just kind of like look around like
I'm the token robot.
Not sure what to say. Like what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like they kind of like look down at their own body and like kind of gesture like, I mean, body, right?
Bleep, bleep, bloop.
Beep, boop.
Now it can go out to drinks with its robot buddy.
So, well, I think I just want to know. I just want to know what you're getting and where you're going, because if things get hairy and we don't know where you are, well, that's going to be a problem, isn't it?
Yes, it would.
It'll be fine. I just waxed.
Well, if it comes to that sort of bargaining, at least we will know he is waxed.
All right. Well,
I can assure you he is bleached and waxed in all of the appropriate places.
I'm worried about both of you, not just Face. Anyway, just let me know where you're going to be and what time, and if you don't show up in like however much time, then I'll come and get you.
That sounds
good. I will try to have Glitch message you with a surveillance just in case anything goes wrong, so you can occasionally check on us.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably have in the background while I'm working on this bike, but sure, have fun, I guess. Getting.
That's fine. If you hear yelling,
so we'll pick like a.
If you hear yelling and laser fire, then you know it went bad.
We'll pick a like one of the like rare parks that actually has like trees and stuff. Because of course, whenever you do illicit illegal deals, you meet on a park bench in the middle of the night. And
oh my god, we need to pass it back and forth between like a brown paper bag, you know.
Mm-hmm. And so since we're tapping into surveillance, I want to go ahead and do that preemptively too. And specifically, what I want to preemptively do is I want to have the feed while we're there looping, so that it's
spoof it.
Yeah, instead of it showing us make this drop, it is like it's the same area, but it's like the night before where some young couple had gone out and they are totally making out and doing other things. And so that's going to be what's on the camera feed. So like somebody who checks in is like, oh, hey, this is good. Let's watch this instead. And they're, not going to report it because they're getting a good show.
So the cops being a day later are going to be like, hey, we need to go arrest those kids for public indecency.
Yeah, exactly.
And then show up like a day late. We'll be like, crap.
Mm-hmm. That's only if I can make this. I'm going to push this for more dice and experience. No, I don't want to do that. Not for the AI core. This one's a little important to not screw up.
Okay,
this could be really bad.
Already.
So do we actually have the money to give this nerd?
Well, see, that's the thing. I was told to tell him we did have the money.
Theoretically, I just checked your finances.
Theoretically, we do.
Theoretically, if you have been accounting for your creds correctly on your character sheet,
we would have 5 between us.
Would have 4. Or sorry, 4 between you.
5.
Correct.
You should have. Oh wait.
No, I spent 1 on my spacesuit.
Oh, okay. So you're down 1 more then.
But I was counting. Don't we have 1 from the ship or something?
There's 1 on the ship.
Right. So that was the 5 that I was counting.
So there's 1 that Glitch has. 1 on the ship.
I thought you had 2. Sorry.
Wait. Oh, I'm looking at my stash versus my personal. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I have 1. You have 2. And then
the ship has 1.
So I miscounted hers.
You can sell the 2 from your stash in order to make 1, or you can take that alone.
So if we have to go that route, we will. I want to negotiate them down to 4 anyway. So let's see if we can get them to work out 4, and then if I need to, I can get some more.
We can get it down to 4, and if we want to keep pushing, try to get it down to 4, and then we can probably offer like a job or something to get it down more. Was the way I was thinking.
Okay.
I was thinking something similar.
So normally you wouldn't make a roll unless it becomes relevant, but it does become relevant if you're going to try tampering with the surveillance footage of this park.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I need you to do is decide whether or not you want Keycard to know about you hacking these surveillance cameras.
Considering Face said he wants it for blackmail, no, Keycard does not need to know.
Right.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm gonna run this by Face first. We can tell him that we are tampering with the surveillance to kind of put him at ease, so that they know, but we're not going to tell them that we're keeping the footage. Because on the same time, we could all, thieves code. You don't steal from thieves, but you should very much expect thieves to betray each other. So it's like, hey, just letting you know, we're tampering with this feed, and we're definitely not keeping the footage. Wink. But so yeah, it's like absolutely a courtesy saying it's a secure area. There's no footage that's going to get through here. Fully expecting him to also be tampering with the footage.
Just tell him that you're corrupting the footage, not like re-recording it.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. We're tampering with the footage so that it's not going to show our transaction. Is what I'm telling you.
But your plan is to tamper with the footage so that you get a copy of the actual footage, even though that does not get broadcast to whoever's monitoring this footage.
Yes. Whoever's monitoring the footage is getting something completely different, and we're keeping the actual footage.
Okay.
What we're telling him is that we're tampering the footage so that other people can't see it. We're leaving.
Gotcha.
We're omitting the detail of keeping the footage.
Okay. So, this is a desperate roll to succeed without him finding out that you have messed with the footage. Keycard is a better hacker than you.
Oh, fun. Okay. So I don't mess this up this time. Desperate.
Mm-hmm.
And the effect would be great.
No, this is standard effect.
This is standard.
And as soon as you roll it, you are going to put a tick in your experience.
I got the one from last time too. I did remember that. Do we have any more gambits?
I believe that Flashbulb used the last one.
Okay.
So, is there any way I could assist by distracting Keycard?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch half of that. All I got was, can I keycard?
Assist by distracting keycard. I don't know how we would.
No.
I'm doing this tampering beforehand.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing it when we were.
You were never going to see keycard.
I'm using the fine hacking rig. Is that going to add anything in here, or is it going to be negated because he's better?
Makes the effect greater.
That brings you that makes you guys closer together.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still better than you, and they have better equipment because they're a professional hacker.
Figured
and
I would
do
ask.
it on the side.
Okay.
So instead of having fine hacking equipment, they have finer.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to squeeze out every bonus die I can get. So.
Did you already spend stress, or are you gonna get a devil's bargain?
How about a devil? Can I spend stress for a bonus die?
All right. Yes. So I am home, so I'm gonna drop off and rejoin.
Okay. Let's handle that first. Make sure everything is good before we continue.
Spend that 2 stress for an extra dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend that 2 stress for an
extra dice
because it's definitely stressful. It's definitely stressful.
Yes, and I think that's probably
good,
better than a devil's bargain in this situation.
I agree, because we don't need it to be any more complicated. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Oh, you were so close to just straight failure.
Oof. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you got XP, so that's nice.
Yeah. XP is always good.
Okay. There's the camera.
Guessing the complication is he finds out.
Oh, don't suggest that to her.
There are many complications that could be had here.
That's definitely one of the ones that it may be. Actually, I mean, that's pretty much exactly what you've been trying to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
So, since at this point, what I'm gonna... okay. So, you succeed, but a serious complication occurs. You have a choice. Either you successfully get a copy of the stream, but Keycard definitely also knows that you have it, or you're able to notice Keycard's intrusion and back off without saving a copy of the
I'm gonna back off without saving it. That's probably better than risking this. Even if
backing off and not recording it, or would it be like they record it, but Keycard deletes it, so Keycard knows.
Like
that seems like it would be the first one where he knows something.
That would be if they failed.
Yeah.
Like if she'd failed this roll, then that would have been what happened. But as it stands, you have successfully tampered with the thing as you intended.
I didn't get the extra effect. I'm okay with that.
So can she at least make sure that Keycard is not doing the same thing that we attempted?
That'd be a different roll.
I can attempt that roll too if you like. That's going to be a tough roll because he's better than me. But if I do see that there is an intrusion, I probably would check to make sure.
Exactly. That's why I was thinking.
So, yeah, I'll roll it again. Probably the same roll, right?
Yeah, basically.
Desperate, all the other stuff. I'm gonna put on 2 more stress because this is being a little stressful. So risky. Oh no, desperate. Standard.
Look at all that insight XP you're gonna get.
I know, I love it. Ah, there's a 6.
Okay, great. So, oh yeah, they were totally going to be streaming themselves a copy. You, with that 6, you're able to short circuit it. So neither one of you gets a copy of the footage, but also neither does the cops.
Yeah, and I think
so what happens is like a touche moment.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I think what it is very much a rendition of the Hackers movie where they're having the hack battle, and so it's like he does something where it's like you see like a little GIF show up that interrupts my attempt to save it, and he's like, haha, you can't beat me in my hacking skills, and then it like he's like, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then all of a sudden there's like a little like Fox Girl Kasumi GIF rolls through, and it has like one of those cartoony bombs, and it shuts down his program.
And that needs to be exactly how you hack. Yep. I want that to be an actual thing now.
And then there's
Shadowrun thing to do.
Yeah, and then there's like just like the little like emoji kissy heart, and it's just like it's like
that.
It's
and I think that like you get kind of like a tip of the hat of you caught me, but I never promised I wasn't going to keep a copy
exactly.
of it.
And I think there's like that mutual understanding where it was like we were both going to betray each other, and now we've been caught, so we're going to back off out of respect.
Although that might actually lead us into a better position in our negotiations out of respect.
Exactly.
Hopefully. So we'll see.
I mean, consequences aren't supposed to lead to better situations.
I mean, they gave a different situation, which then
led
to this outcome after a second roll. So
we turned a frown upside down.
I like it. We did it, guys. We did it.
you can take a negative consequence and turn it around. Just not free.
Yeah.
Because that could have gone really badly. Because if you had gotten a partial success there again, then you would have pissed him off for sure.
Yeah, we could have
the heat on this planet would have been ridiculous too if we just straight up failed and the cops got it.
Oh, geez, yeah, that would have been real bad.
I work here, guys. I can't go to jail. I got to be in tomorrow to collect that paycheck.
Yeah. So, who is at the meet?
I am not.
Is it just Face and I?
On call, maybe, but I'm not.
So probably just me. To limit our exposure.
I'd probably be there too because I'm the one making the deal. But you're with me.
Right. So like, what Face would have suggested is like maybe like you're close but not there, because I don't want you to get implicated. I need to be there to negotiate. But we don't need your face getting seen. It's just additional exposure.
Would they be okay with that if I made the contact and then somebody else showed up?
I mean, they're sending somebody else in their place. So.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, sure. Face, you can do that, and we can just be on comms or something.
Right. I mean, it just, since I have to be there in person, it doesn't make much sense to have both of our covers blown if something does happen.
Fair.
We've gotten to the over-planning stage of this mission.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is kind of between missions. You have a choice here as to whether this is going to just be you exchange money for this thing, or if you're going to do a job for these guys to lower the price further, or possibly.
We need to figure out how to lower this.
So, I'm picturing the scene is Face is sitting at this park bench and just like waiting, and then out of nowhere someone sits down on the bench next to you, and he is probably the most attractive man you have ever seen in your life, and you're jealous because you thought that was you until just a second ago.
So I'm not jealous. I'm like, if I could whistle right now. I'm like, hey, I am impressed.
All right. So As he sits down next to you, he gives you whatever code phrase you had arranged for your shady meeting.
I'm like, so what are you doing after this?
Yeah, he chuckles and he's like, let's see how I feel once the deal's done.
Okay.
Business then pleasure face.
The name of this episode should be Game Meets Game. Game meets game and like appearance game meets game.
You see, Flashbulb Face gets those mixed up sometimes. So I would say, so let your contact know. We can go in 3 creds right now. You can check yourself. I have it right here.
You're pretty, but you're not that pretty.
Ooh.
I don't need to be that pretty because I'm that good.
Half price is no deal. Don't make me waste my time.
All right. For me, would you go up 1 more credit to 4?
He's like, for you, I might take 5.
How about 4 and we help you out?
What's your skill set then? I'm afraid yours and mine overlap a little bit too much for you to be of much use to me personally, but...
Doctor's sitting on the, like, quick cut to the doctor sitting on the wing, picking her nose, and she's like, wait, I can do things.
I have access to many different contacts. In addition, we have quite a good hacker, but you have one of those as well. I have access to an engineer and a doctor as well.
I'm a pilot.
They're all on
They're more expensive.
See, the engineer is also the hacker. He just didn't say that.
It's true. So I'm just ignored. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. The secret back pocket.
Right.
Get the back pocket, nice. You need anybody to go to Rin? We're going to Rin. We can get you to Rin. Start smuggling.
I mean, yeah, you could always offer that. You guys are literally a smuggling.
I was just gonna say that. I was also saying, you know, we do also have access to a ship and are expert smugglers. Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say we are experts at taking cargo from one place to the other.
Is that cargo ever people?
Whatever needs to be carried.
I love how this is turning into a score. It's so nice how seamless.
Oh, like I said, I will take every advantage I can get.
Did you mention specifically that you were going to Rin or no? Just that you had a ship?
I mentioned.
Just that I
You are not there. Just that you had a ship. So he's like, we're looking for travel out of the system. There's something we've got planned, but unfortunately, the hegemony. Why can I never say this word?
Hegemony.
Hegemony?
Hegemony.
Hegemony.
Them hedgemongers.
Yes, I love it.
I like this guy even better now.
Hedgemongers, they're on the lookout for me and my crew, so we're looking for someone willing to take us into Rin, specifically to Warren.
Oh, we can definitely do that.
Everybody trying to get into Rin.
Who is this Rin, and are they hot?
Yes.
Yes and yes. He's like, send me over some details about your ship and we'll see if we can negotiate the difference between our payment for transport and the value of the product we're offering.
Well, I don't like to take all our clothes off at first.
He just blinks at you like...
Innuendo just goes completely over his head.
Like it's either that or he's ignoring it very, very stoically. I need my people to judge how worthy a transport this really is.
Sorry, choking first. Can I make a sway roll to convince him that our ship is capable? Because I really don't want them to see the ins and outs, because I don't know how much we trust these people just yet.
Like, I mean, you can give them, like, the make of your ship.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm willing to give them...
Like, you don't need to hand over your current specs, but
right, yeah, like all our after
this
effects
model
are what I'm trying to avoid. So I'll definitely tell them, like, the make, model of the ship we have.
And just be like, there's a couple extra amenities, you know, afterwards.
Like, we modified it a bit, wink, wink, you know?
Okay. Yeah, so with that, you can make a sway roll, because without it, he would not. He needs at least something.
Okay, so what position are we in?
I'm gonna say this is pretty controlled. You're on fairly good terms with these people currently, and you're looking to make a deal where you both profit. So it's gonna be controlled standard. Okay. So with a 5, that is a success. But a complication occurs or you have reduced effect. Okay, so
I think reduced effect's probably the best.
I think reduced effect is probably fine. I think what he'll say is that your the value of you transporting them into the other sector would be like 2 coins or 2 creds worth, plus the discount because he likes you. If you agree to a date, it would be 3 coins for you to.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I would take this guy out for free.
Oh well, you know.
So yeah, we'll do that then. So he takes the 3 creds now, and
they load the AI core on your ship when they all board to head out to Ren.
So on the way to leave, I will actually like lean over and like kiss him behind the ear, and leave a card with my contact information on it. And I say, "You may be prettier, but I got skills," and I just walk away.
He smiles as he puts the card away in his like suit pocket. Okay, cool. You guys have a score.
Can we change our reputation to thirsty now, please?
That's only you. I have no part in this, but
yeah, me. Well, my character is actually a decent hero. Like, it's just funny how everybody else is just like constantly DTF.
It's true.
It's half the crew is and the other half isn't, and it's got to address the whole crew. So,
well, I think our next mission is to get Triage laid.
Well, that's a mission. That better be a hell of a reward.
Okay. So I think it's fair, since you've agreed to help these guys, that you eventually at some point realize that they are members of the Bornico Syndicate, which is a group of thieves who steal high-end technological supplies, which is why they had an AI core. They have a job that they are trying to do in Rin, but their heat in Rin is a little bit high right now, so they need to get in there under the radar.
I like it. That's somebody good to have done a job for.
Yeah, definitely. So you've already met Maximilians. As far as the rest of the, there we go. For some reason it was zoomed way out. you met Maximilian's, and he's like, for all you ladies on board, the next day or whatever, whenever you guys have arranged for the journey to start, you'll meet the rest of the crew. And so I'm assuming Face explains the whole deal to everyone. Is there anything you all want to do before we get into meeting your new companions and going on this score?
I don't think Triage has anything.
No, I'm good as well.
No, we're just transporting people. It's not that bad. Like, we shouldn't get in any trouble with the authorities, and like,
see the attitude of just.
Like, I feel like they already know about the skeletons in our closet. Like, they know about the AI core, which is like the worst thing we have at the moment.
They don't know you have two.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Just collecting AI.
It's like, just hide the other one.
No, I'm not gonna hide caution tape. Caution tape is my friend.
Put a blanket over them.
No, they are technically the co-pilot.
Just ignore them.
Well, they're the co-pilot and also make the coffee. Like, it's fine.
So your ship does not really have like
that's the
guest
issue.
quarters.
Yeah.
So where are they going? Where are this crew going to be staying? There's a group of 4 people you've been told to expect.
At least 2.
I know where Maximilian's staying.
At least 2 of them could take Flashbulb's room, because Flashbulb could literally just sleep in the pilot seat.
Okay.
Flashbulb like puts on her spacesuit, like hanging on to the outside of the ship, you know?
Yeah, we probably have rigging in our cargo area for like, I don't know, cots, like personnel cots.
Yeah,
it's
really
a comfortable environment, but like they aren't sweeping on the metal floor.
We never promised it was comfortable. We just said we would get them there.
True.
That's all they should be expecting.
I assume they would fit in our smuggling compartment too, right?
Not comfortably.
We'd
Well,
also
I mean, not comfortably, but for things like the warp gate.
Technically, we can't until we get level 2 smuggling compartments, because level 1 smuggling compartments you can't breathe in level 1 smuggling compartments.
You're right. Level 1 smuggling compartments are exposed to air. You pack them from the outside, which is how they avoid detection. Yeah. You know, it's like a panel.
So I guess an important question then is, what do we need to do to upgrade that so that we can get this job done? I can make some calls for sure.
We'd have to make
spend all our money.
We'd have to upgrade our ship, which takes XP.
Is it just XP? We can't throw money at it? I was gonna contact Nisa. Okay.
Yeah, it's.
Get a loan from
you
Nisa.
Could spend money on it, but it would be about the amount of money that you just bulked at for an AI core.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, I have an insider that I could.
Then you'd still have to have it installed.
Yeah, because we'd have to get the hull installed and then the second level of smuggling compartments.
So we gotta actually upgrade the ship and then get the smuggle. Oh, so we can't even do this job.
No,
I mean,
we could do the job. We just can't, like, if our ship gets boarded.
Oh well, then I'm not. That's not a problem.
I mean, like you can give up your spacesuits for them.
That's what I was thinking, honestly.
Why not just have them inside?
Well, the thing is, here's the thing: getting to Warren takes like a week.
Yeah,
you have to come back into the. They have to come back in.
Let's just specifically, because the thing that's going to hurt us is they might board us at the warp gate, right? So they can stay on the regular ship the whole time until we get to the warp gate, and the whole time after we get to the warp gate.
Yeah, that's fair.
At the warp gate, they might check the ship.
Okay, then
I just want to have a plan for the warp gate.
We could probably like get let's just then well if it comes to that, we can get them spacesuits.
Right, like they only need to be in there for a couple minutes until they check the ship, and then we can bounce.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So it's like a week out to the warp gate, and then a week back into Warren. Once you're on the other side. So you're looking at like 2 weeks of traveling with these people.
Oh, they're going to be so smelly.
And so, if they're going to be inside the ship, I hope they use the showers.
Yeah.
Also,
they're not going to be in the spaceships that whole time.
We're getting these people off planet, and the AI core is pay on delivery. Or did they already pass it over?
I believe that okay, so basically you give the money, the AI core boards the ship with them, and it's basically
we get it when we get them there.
Right. It's still theirs until you get them there.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Exactly.
So it's a very much a pay on delivery. Yeah.
Like, I mean, sure, you could also just murder them and take it, but that's not really.
I don't think we're playing that kind of crew.
No,
like if we were playing the Star Wars game where I was a Mandalorian, I did jettison some prisoners out of the airlock. I'm not playing that kind of character now.
Also, we're smugglers. We're not.
You're not murderers. You're smugglers.
Yeah. Fun story. I did in fact jettison a Sith trooper because it was a guy with the flamethrower and he was very annoying during combat. And so it was like, hey, that's a really nice flamethrower. I'm keeping it. What about me? What about you?
All right. Well, let's head to let's get to Ren.
So you meet the rest of the crew. Keycard turns out to be a small, mousy looking woman.
Go on.
Not like
no, not
to a mouse.
Not a. That would be amazing, but no.
Like small, has kind of messy brown hair, and is constantly has at least 2 data screens projected in front of her at all times.
Kasumi is going to be bothering her at every possible moment, trying to make friends with this hacker.
Like, no tail.
Yeah, no, it is very much a trying to have a hacker buddy, and so she is just going to be palling up with her as much as possible.
Nals is like their muscle. He's the one who like he looks like he's a huge, like, bulky, stupid brick, but he's actually the one that knows the most about the AI core. And like when you guys go to inspect it, he's the one giving you all of the specs and knows, like, instantly recognizes that caution tape is an Urbot.
Oh,
like instantly.
Good. So he's just like a gearhead. He's not really like super smart. He's just really into the one specific thing.
He's an AI savant.
Yeah.
He's large, and very well versed in AIs, Urbots, and machinery in general.
Human or alien?
He's human.
Okay. Like, don't make this whole crew sound appealing.
Yeah, they're all sexy as shit. That's one of the requirements to join this gang.
I must go. My people need me.
Then there's, of course, Maximilian's, whom Face has already met. He is absolutely the most attractive human male that you have ever seen in your life. It's entirely possible that he's emitting pheromones to enhance that effect. Like whatever your personal vision of most attractive man is, we'll go with that.
He's a less attractive Face. Got it.
No, he's more attractive than Face. That's the only rule.
Gasp. Such a thing even true.
And I mean, not in Face's head, so that's all that matters anyway.
Okay, never mind. I just saw them.
So, like, for triage, how does that work? Would it just be like, you're a normal person, whatever?
The final member of the crew is a small Xeno. They're like probably half the size of your average human. They have they wear like a robe with like their hood pulled up, and you never see any part of their skin. And they never talk out loud. They're kind of vaguely unsettling. Like, the only reason that you know that they're Xeno and not like just a very small human is like they mention it in passing, and also the way that you can't see inside their cowl of their hood. Like,
are they just a Jawa?
It's kind of creepy. If Jawas were dressed by face.
Okay.
I would definitely like try
Kelsa finally introduces my struggle with vice.
You're welcome.
Important question about them. Do they feel off-putting, or do they just feel off-putting? Okay, 100%
feel off-putting.
Okay, because I was like, I have a tune. It's my only social thing. Do they like feel the way like off-putting?
Yes.
Okay.
So the fact that they feel off-putting only wants me to find out about them even more.
I'm just gonna stay away from them. No, thank you.
I think Kasumi probably stares unnecessarily long and probably bothers the hell out of Keycard about them. Like, who's that? Tell me about them. Where are they from? What did they look like under their robes?
Roll a consort to try to see if I can get any other information out of any of the rest of the people.
About
them
what?
Specifically.
About what?
The Xeno.
Okay. Their name is Pip, and it will not take very much for them to admit that Pip is a mystic and a way user. And all of the rest of the crew, if you try to press any further than that, will shut you down.
Can I roll a consort to try and get friendly with Pip?
I think it's a sway, not a consort.
Also, it's not necessarily a roll, especially because Pip's not trying to get close to anybody.
Well, not yet. That's why we're trying to talk to them. Okay, yeah. Kasumi's probably going to spend a lot of time talking to Keycard and Pip, or at least trying to talk to Pip.
Yes.
And struggle with her vice.
Flashbulb's gonna spend most of the time being the cockpit. Like, generally flying to the like jump gate doesn't take much actual like piloting, but she's a little unsettled by Pip. She doesn't care much about Maximilian's or Keycard, but she does like want to talk a little bit with Nulls. That was his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll want to talk to Nulls a bit about AI because of caution tape.
I would like to ask Keycard like who they run with. What's their faction without saying, hey, what faction are you involved with?
We were told earlier what faction they were.
No,
yes.
I wasn't paying attention. Oops.
It's the Bornico Syndicate.
Okay. Do we have anything with them, or
nope.
You do not currently have any status with them. After you complete this job, however, you will.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So it sounds like now that we've met our new friends, that it's time to roll an engagement roll on this.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it is.
It is.
Who would like to be the dice roller?
Well, we gotta generate the thing. Also,
well, I mean,
we should probably pick our load too.
Thank you. I really appreciate you remembering to pick load before we roll this, because that's one of the things I constantly forget.
It's one of the things I remembered a lot because when I played Blades, my character always did light load, but the rest of the party did like heavy because they were all murderers and my person just talked to people. So it was always very interesting where it's like, what's your load? I'm like, I'm light load. I just have like a palm pistol. And I wear super nice clothing. The rest of them are like, I'm gonna have lots of guns. I'm gonna have stealth gear. I'm gonna have a sniper rifle. I'm like, all right, cool.
How does food work when the mission takes place on our ship, though?
I mean, we can still take it
because the mission here is you cleanly getting past security and making it to Warren without anyone seeing these people. Let them get off your ship without them being discovered by the authorities. That's what the mission is.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, yes, there'll be social interactions with the rest of these people on your ship, and probably some complaining about their living situation for the next 2 weeks, and possibly some complaining about Glitch's constant pestering, but perhaps not. But really the crux of the score here is getting past the jump gate and then landing on Warren somewhere that they can disembark without being seen.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna do normal load because that's my prerogative.
I'm gonna go heavy load. So I feel like somebody's getting shot.
You're
We'll
gonna
find out.
I'm
Hopefully no one will ever see.
I'm gonna go medium load, or normal load, just in case something goes wrong.
Mm-hmm. And face?
I'm going normal.
Normal, okay. So is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Have heat and Rin.
People that have
Do not have heat and Rin.
They do.
they do,
They
yes.
do, yes.
Yeah.
So knowing that they have so much heat, maybe.
I mean, most of their heat is leaving this system and going to that's why.
Yeah, but the big problem is getting through those checkpoints.
They have heat in both systems.
I would say
they're a crime syndicate, so yes.
Hiding a bunch of people in a cargo hold on the outside of your ship to go through the warp gate is pretty bold.
I agree.
Yeah, considering we don't have the quarters for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll agree. That's pretty bold.
Kind of don't want my new friends dead.
Yeah. I don't feel like this operation is particularly complex or contingent on many factors.
Nope, we just got to get through.
So, I feel like... Oh, geez, excuse me.
Okay, my chair's making noises too.
So I feel like so the route and the means is your detail for a transport job.
Right.
So your route is going to be, through the gate, and probably there's a private dock that they will give you the coordinates for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like this exposes any particular vulnerability in the target or hits them where they're weakest. You're actually going through one of their stronger areas. It's not particularly well defended against this approach. So I think there's no dice change there.
Okay.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Good question.
I don't know if we have any those syndicate friends, unfortunately.
No, not yet.
Yeah, so I don't personally, but
I mean, the only thing I could say is if you wanted to count Keycard as one of the contacts.
No,
not yet.
Not yet. I'm working to get Keycard as a contact buddy.
They're our employer. They're not our contact yet.
Because I was initially they were a contact, but then they kind of turned into an employer. So that's
no, they weren't really a contact. They were on a contact gave you a list with a means to contact them.
Yes.
Are there any other elements that we might want to consider?
Yes. Just passing through gives us +1 die.
Yes, thank you. Good call. All right.
Or not just passing through. The getaway is the one. Just passing through will probably help us deceive people later on.
Right. Okay. So let's roll them dice to see where you're going to start here.
So I feel like we're at a 2.
3. Start with 1 for luck.
Yep.
2 for the daring. 1 and a 3 for the getaway.
And we're past 2.5 hours, so once we have these rolls, we should probably take a break.
I mean, at this point, we have 25 minutes until the show's over.
That's also fair.
Yeah, so we could just push.
We can power through it. Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and just power through till the end here, and then We probably are not going to finish the score in the next 20 minutes, but we can at least get it rolling and get to an interesting place. With a 5, you begin in a risky position when the action starts. So there's, that short scene of introducing all of the Xenos and the hilarious chibi glitch drooling over
it's true.
like half of them. And there's of course like some scenes of Flashbulb and Caution Tape talking with Nulls. There's a number of like scenes of somebody doing something innocuous and then suddenly getting the chills and then watching Pip walk by in the background. But where we jump to is you are in line for the jump gate and you get a notice. Please prepare to be boarded. This is an inspection.
Called it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was bound to happen. We even talked about it. So
I mean, that's just how these things go.
Yeah.
You only get those routine inspections when you're actually
smuggling something.
Something.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, they send over the paperwork. Whoever is like sends you the notice of like 2-hour warning of inspection or whatever they provide. It's not a long amount of time, but it's enough that you can do something.
Can I distribute lab coats across our new friends?
Can I propose a hypothetical
Sure.
attempt to bypass getting inspected? Or is this they're inspecting every ship passing through, or were we randomly selected for additional screening?
They did not specify.
Does it like, do we have a visual of the checkpoint though? Does it look like everybody's being stopped and slowed? Or
it seems like more than usual, but
okay.
not
everybody.
Not quite everybody. So whether they are
would you guys like us to try and hack it so that our signature looks like one of the groups that is good to go and another ship got flagged for inspection?
I feel like
if
that doesn't work, it just kind of destroys everything.
Yeah, it would be very hit or miss. Where
I feel like it's too risky.
Okay, I definitely was trying to push for that extra pip and insight so I could get that hack up. But...
I mean, I'd be down, but the likelihood is what would happen is we'd have to fucking push for the jump gate and hope that we don't just get stopped.
Right.
Because if the jump gate gets closed, we're screwed.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. So I could push for an extra die with more stress. Just find a way to relieve that stress once this job is over, because hey, it's only 6 stress, right? It's not that bad. We could definitely have Keycard help with the hacking for an extra die as well. So that'd be.
I mean, they're not going to help as a friend would.
That's
they're fair. They're not our friends. They're not our employer.
Damn.
They don't want to.
But we've been talking about space anime this whole time.
Here's what I'll do. When we get the order, is there like a contact or anything like that on the order itself?
I mean,
like, is there somebody that I can reach out to?
You want to talk to their manager?
Hell yeah!
It's like it is a person. You can definitely respond, but it's like a board operator who's just doing call after call. That's like, please prepare to be boarded. You can expect the ship with this identifier to arrive at your rear gate at airlock at such and such a time.
It's a general system.
Fly, click.
It's a general system alert. Like and this is the hegemony that's doing it. Like, well, here's the thing. I'm gonna because Flashbulb gets because she's the pilot and she's just like goes on the intercom or whatever. Is like, all right, guess we've got people, we got the cops boarding us. We're gonna need you in the spacesuits. Get down into the holds till we are able to get through the jump gate.
Okay.
Cops.
Yeah.
Everybody else,
So-
positions.
I feel like we need to make a roll here, and mechanically, the thing that comes to my mind, especially when you're like, yo, get in the suits, would be command. To tell NPCs what to do.
So can I do it?
Yo, it's suit time.
She just did, but you can help by being like, hey.
So she's probably like, yo, get in the suits. And I'm like, so we would really like you to get the suits.
Get in the suit, and Face is like, please.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Alternatively, you can be like, here, let me help you.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, I mean, Flashbulb literally's thing is just like, hey, it's just like, this is standard procedure. We're a smuggling ship. We talked about this. Like, this is a signal thing. We shouldn't have to sugarcoat it.
That's
you
true.
can help,
no,
but like, it shouldn't have to be sugarcoated.
This is a matter of like how quickly they manage to comply and such.
Yeah.
So
you can help. You can help me out.
I think take the help for the bonus die though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take the help. And I'm gonna
you can spend a gambit
I'm gonna push myself with Leaf on the Wind, so 3 stress, get that +1 die and +1 effect.
Oh yeah.
Because I will always do that.
I see no reason not to until you're out of stress.
It's a risky position, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll have 2 dice on this so far. Yeah, let's spend a gambit because we reset. So yeah. So command, risky, great. 3 bonus dice.
All right, let's see it.
5.
5. Okay.
Gambits.
Yeah. Okay. So you do it, but there's a consequence.
Okay.
They all put on their spacesuits. They head out into the smuggling compartment, and then you get a notice of like anomalous airlock
now it's hacking
pressurization.
Yeah.
Please explain.
Actually, I would love Glitch. What you could do instead of rolling a hack roll would be resist the consequence for me.
Yes, you can do that.
Absolutely. And the way she would do that is she would probably just, go into full engineer mode and be like, oh, it was just a depressurization in one of our, such and suches. It's fine. It was in fact an anomaly. We're working on it. Everything is fine.
Yeah. Just had to ship some McDonald's. Our ship has gas. All right.
Disregard. It's just some faulty wiring that's being patched up. Everything is good. And so, resisting
insight probably.
Is it insight?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, insight. Cool.
It sounds like insight to me.
Any bonus die.
Do we get a bonus die from passing ourselves off as this being a normal thing with just passing through? Because our heat is 4 or lower.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good point.
You're like, hey, this is totally normal. Don't worry about it, fam.
Don't worry. It's all good, fam. All right.
It's all good, fam. Ooh, nice.
Get that flush. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Cool. So yeah, you managed to resist with no stress whatsoever. You know exactly the right type of technical jargon to spit out at them in order for them to completely disregard it as as frivolous anomaly. So cool. They go ahead and board. They look around. They don't find anything out of the ordinary. They leave, give you the green light to go ahead, and then you go to recover your. You will need to get them back into the ship before you go through the jump gate. It's not safe to go through the jump gate in that.
Yeah, totally.
We left with 4 people and came back with one amorphous Cronenberg blob.
Yeah, you don't really want
fine.
that.
It's just a wargle now. It's fine. So I actually say to Glitch, is there any way that you can, because they obviously can see it when this compartment opens, so can you kind of spoof it so that it looks like it's not actually opening in their system?
I can certainly try.
I can, and if we're doing that, I can try helping you by like rolling the ship in such a way that the sensors bounce off different parts of it.
You happen to know some sweet maneuvers.
Yeah, I know some sweet moves as a pilot.
Definitely.
What's going on there? They're listing lazily to the left.
So it sounds to me like then this roll would go to Flashbulb as well to make that helm roll to twist the ship in such a way that they're not even gonna see the sensor. They're not even gonna pick up the anomaly in the first place this time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it's a helm roll. Let's see. Are you Glitch? You're gonna help me with this being your engineering self, or?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Cool.
So
I can't. I'm not spending any more stress because I'm at 7. This is not a speed related roll, so I don't have potency. Should I push for effect, or should I trade position for effect? Because it's still a risky roll, right?
Yes, you're still at risky.
Okay. No, it would be just like 1 prowess. Yeah, I'm good. So I'll just do risky, standard, 1 bonus die from Glitch on this helm. Let's do it. Oh, yikes.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, yikes.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So, hey, remember at the end of last session when we were talking about entanglements and I rolled ship trouble?
Yeah.
So this is the ship trouble. You go to do your sweet move, and the ship just starts spinning, and it's not stopping.
I would like to resist that.
Yeah, you can resist that.
Would you consider this a consequence of piloting?
Yeah, I would for sure.
Okay, good. So,
can I actually help with her resist roll by trying to keep her as calm as possible?
Just massaging the shoulders and keeping her hydrated. It's all right. Just relax.
She's under a lot of stress, so me talking her down would prevent her from taking more stress.
You just got that towel to dab her brow. It's fine. Just keep going.
I don't feel like that would really work in this situation, especially like I don't feel like you can stand up straight enough as the ship starts to spin uncontrollably.
I don't need to stand up straight. I am just that good to be able to talk while I'm rolling.
It's a prowess resist, right?
Yeah, it's a prowess.
Telling an adrenaline addict to calm down in a stressful situation is probably the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna
in
help.
fact, Caution Tape knows exactly how to help, and they have like one of those little like red light sirens, and it's just they're like, no, this is helping.
I do have so this is prowess, which I have 3 dice in, plus I have the +1 die from being an ace pilot.
Yes,
So
you do.
Save your stress and hopefully nothing will go wrong.
Oh, he says hopefully before rolling.
Yeah, it's fine. That's a 6.
There you go.
Fine.
All right.
What did I say? I'm an expert pilot.
Yeah.
So like you managed to make like 1 like revolution, and then or maybe 2 or 3, and then you level out, but you weren't able to hold the ship into a way that it would bounce off the hold, and it's very possible that your friends are. I think with this, you managed to stop the spinning before your friends out in the compartment got
jettisoned,
spin sick.
Yeah.
Well, we just spaced them. Sorry, guys.
But now you know that there's a problem. There's a problem with your ship's
which I'm going to mark down for a downtime activity.
Like boosters,
stabilizers.
Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
I'm like gyroscopic stabilizers.
Exactly.
Stabilizers, not stabilizing our stuff.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everyone. Just a little bit of turbulence. We're going through in 5, 4.
Are you gonna let them out? Or are you gonna jump with them in the?
Oh no, they're getting in the shit. They're gonna get in the shit. This is more of the when afterwards where it's like, oh, sorry about that, and then the countdown to jump.
So triage, do you want to try a insight resist to digitally prevent them from seeing that from showing up, because there's you failed that last roll, and
we need to cover it up. Yes.
Yeah.
If you open that door, it's still gonna show.
Yeah, I can.
Or triage, yeah, either.
What do I use? Hack or just straight up insight?
It's resistance, so it's always gonna be the.
It's gonna be insight. So you're gonna click on insight, because what you're doing is you're resisting the consequence.
Okay.
And I actually technically I think it should be hack instead.
Okay.
Because you failed, so it's not like a consequence of a partial success. This is
right.
Okay. Let me
a new action to resolve a failure. So ignore that insight roll, and you may make a hack.
Let me hack it then.
I mean,
I think we have the same score.
You have a 1 in hack. I have 2.
Oh, okay.
You could help the hack.
You could absolutely help.
I will take the stress and help for sure.
Hey, so since this is the second time this is going off, would you say that it's desperate? Especially when we were spinning out of control for a moment.
I mean, you could just push it so that your effect is greater and it's desperate.
You can do that. I think that would work.
I'm trying to get those blips.
Yeah. Right. So you can push it so that you have some kind of signal go out that backs up your story from earlier about it being a system issue. And then the ship was spinning, and now another repeat of the same system issue. Either they're going to believe it, or they are going to be 3 times more suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it could add credibility or make it more.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can absolutely help me for more dice. Yes.
Yeah, I did. I
for sure.
Got
all right.
Desperate, great. It's gonna be awesome.
Desperate, great. Bonus die for triage helping. Is there anything else?
You can push yourself. You can spend the last gambit.
Can I push and take a gambit?
Yes, but you cannot push and take a devil's bargain.
I don't want the devil's bargain. We don't need any extra heat at this point. So it would be 3 bonus die then. Triage helping, me pushing, and okay, great. This is going to be awesome. Here we go, guys. Oh, so many 6s.
Double crits.
Wow.
Super My God, crit. These dice are hot tonight.
Damn, we're sorry. We don't even know you're here.
Yeah, they send over a digital flower basket of apology for having forced you to slow down for the inspection in the first place. And you're free to make the jump, and the Bornico Syndicate crew gets on just fine.
They're so apologetic.
Not even sick.
They're so apologetic. They send word to the Rin jump gate that's this ship is having technical issues. Don't give them any hard time. Just do the standard scan.
Yeah.
Witch's hack was so good. She just fixed the stabilizers. Yeah.
I mean, I can do that. I get an extra downtime activity and repair for 0 cost, so I can fix that during downtime.
Yeah.
Now that I know that there's a problem.
But we're only halfway through the score.
Yeah,
you're only halfway there.
We can't do it now, but I'm just saying it's I can fix it when we get there, and it won't cost us any.
Damn ship trouble.
Nice. So do you guys want to cut the episode as we're hitting warp space?
Yeah.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Actually, is they say they're gonna take care of everything for you, and you go and hit the jump, and we get the visual of jump space, and then the credits roll for the episode. So
I don't get experience for helping on that desperate, right? It's only the person who rolls.
It's only the person who rolls.
Yes.
it today.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think
Cool.
that's.
I had super fun tonight, even though I was kind of like sitting back and watching everybody else do their thing. It was nice seeing everybody else be a little bit more in the front.
We got some XP to get too.
Yeah.
But that's after the score.
Nope, it's at the end of every session.
Yep.
Yeah, you still get your character portion.
You still get the crew portion too. It's just less because you didn't finish the score.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's start with the crew, since that's how it goes. So.
Oh, OBS, why are you like? Trying to move the camera.
There it is. Okay, so the first thing is, did you successfully execute a transport smuggling job? Not yet.
Not yet, but we're getting.
Did you contend with challenges above your current station? Yes.
I was going to say, is the Galactic Hegemony above?
Yeah, definitely. And technically, the Bornico Syndicate is too. Those negotiations could have gone very south, especially with that hack versus hack. So I'm gonna say that should be 2 XP right.
Face versus face.
Nice.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
Yes.
I feel like we did, yeah, with the border syndicate.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah. Okay. So that dings us.
Nice.
So we have an extra advance.
And then, did you express the crew's goals, drives, and inner conflict or essential nature of the crew?
I don't think so, because this isn't a money quest. It's kind of like, okay, well, we're doing this favor because you did a thing for us.
Well, hold on. It is a money quest because we are trying to save money.
I mean, money is not the goal, the drive, the inner conflict, and the essential nature.
Yeah, we got other parts. Yeah.
That might be the goal, or possibly the drive. I don't know. Yeah. But I feel like there was some other parts.
Apparently, part of the essential nature is thirsting over the people.
We did express, and even if it wasn't completely in character, there probably was a conversation between Kasumi and Face about getting triage laid at some point.
Yes.
She needs it.
And I think there is that inner conflict between half of the crew is like that, and the other half of the crew is like, we don't care. We would just like to get these jobs done. And
yeah.
I mean, also I think
it's gonna be super uncomfortable for triage if you guys are like,
you had a very nice date with that guy on that other planet who ruined that show for you.
Triage. Maybe that's what brings you and Flashbulb together and becoming friends because the other half of the crew is doing this.
Yeah, there we go. We could be the weirdos that just don't want anybody to touch them, and everybody else is just
But see, what you could do is you could be like the Great Washu from Tenchi Muyo, who doesn't want anyone to touch them, but you definitely get off to doing medical practice and science.
So I definitely feel like key card. I was totally stealing some from Washu with having the screens up all of the time everywhere, and just the crazy hair. It's just not purple.
Red,
purple, whatever. It's just a boring brown, but there's definitely
it's very coincidental you said that, because the OC Rindis is very much inspired by Washu. So
I mean, Washu is best girl, but
she's great Washu.
Yes. Fantastic. So that I think that's really 2 XP right there for the various parts of your nature of your crew coming to the surface and butting heads with each other, because I feel like you express the essential nature of the crew, but also that essential nature of the crew is a conflict between half the crew.
Yeah.
But that's
gonna be fun to start playing up as we get more of an opportunity. So
yeah.
Right now it hasn't really come to the surface, although it's been presented a little bit, but it will be interesting. Triage is gonna fucking lose her shit if you try to set her up.
Yeah.
But what if we find you someone who also has a lab coat?
The thing is she like straight. She's just not into it at all. And
that, but we don't know that.
But that, like, you guys can keep doing this, but yeah, she's just not.
Yeah. It's also going to be very, very interesting when you guys finally find out that Flashbulb's part of a cult.
I mean, yes, I'm very eager to find out about the cult.
I wouldn't be surprised if somehow Triage ends up joining the cult, but like without talking to Flashbulb about it, and then like they end up beating each other.
Yeah, and they're like, wait a minute.
That would be so good.
What are you doing in this cult? I've always been part of this cult, aren't you?
I've been part of this cult for years. Yeah. That and of course like the clone stuff.
Like a few friends in their cult.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I did not intend Flashbulb to have as many secrets as she does, but she's got a lot of them.
I mean, it's nice having a like that dark and angsty character on
that dark and shady past. Okay. Thinking of shady past, so let's go with character XP. Face. Did you address a tough challenge with deception or influence?
Yes. I was able to negotiate all of the stuff for the AI core.
Yeah, totally.
Hell yeah.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I would say drives because thirsty crew.
Sure. And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
So, kind of. I want feedback from this one because Face kind of wanted to put pleasure before the job.
You were being very hot and heavy with the negotiations.
So how does everybody feel about that? I don't know if that counts.
I could have seen it compromising, but it didn't come out mechanically.
Right, that's what I mean. Like it didn't actually affect a roll.
So it didn't affect a roll, but you definitely played it.
Right.
And so I think that's important. Is that you showed that there was him.
That you were like, I could just fuck the mission and go have have a nice day with this guy.
Yeah, you were very much putting that out.
He was like, later, honey, and you were like, I guess, fine. But that was definitely seeing a struggle there with it. So
now, see, I also encourage for next week. He is still on the ship. So who says that that opportunity has sailed?
It was just the voice. It was just Flashbulb's voice in your head being like, "Face,
Face.
Business then pleasure.
The mission.
Stay on the mission.
The mission is done.
I don't care what you do in your own time, but this is our time, and we need to get paid."
Negotiations are over, Face. There's like a little devil Kasumi who's like, negotiations are over. We're on the ship with them for weeks. You can have a little fun.
You may be able to. Thinking of Kasumi, let's talk about glitch. Did you address a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
Several.
I would say yeah. Okay. So take some XP there.
Yay.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Absolutely. We did a lot with the with her guild and injury. She worked out her work situation with Nisa, and so there was a lot of like, hey, work, and I definitely hear, and I'm probably not going to be back, and we don't need to count that payroll thing anymore if I just come visit. And so we went over a lot of that today. Or at least in the beginning there.
Yeah, definitely. And then did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
Yes. As soon as it walked on board.
You're like, hello.
Yes, twice over. It's like, no, maybe. Xeno. Okay.
Yeah, how do you feel about this, like, I don't know if you can even tell this is a way thing that they are just vaguely unsettling.
I think it's one of those where it's like a person who's like, everybody else is like, what do you see in that person? There's something wrong with them, and the person is just like, no, they're just eccentric. You don't understand them like I do. I think it's one of those. And
Okay.
even their crew was probably like, no, that's not what's going on. She's like, no, it's fine.
Great. Love it.
We'll,
okay.
We'll just work towards that. Pip will learn to love her.
We'll see how that works out. Flashbulb, how about you? Did you address a tough challenge with speed or flair?
At least one, I would say, if not multiple.
Yeah, tell me where you think there's multiple. Let's hear them out loud so we can all judge you.
Okay. Well, the big one was obviously trying to do the like flipping the ship to like to get everybody to get everybody on at the jump gate, and that failing spectacularly. The other thing, because it was most of it was talking and then just ordering being like, hey, everybody, get in the goddamn spacesuits and get in the hold.
Goddamn ship.
Yeah. So I would just say once then, not multiple. Yeah. I was just trying to think back, but yeah, one's good.
I like talking about what the things are, because it helps us remember what happened during the session, and it will help us remember what happened during the session next time, because we're talking about it now.
The only flair thing I think of is meeting up with Triv and just being like, "Hey, this is Face. He's gonna want a really nice space suit," and then working for 6 hours on a grav bike.
I mean, there was some flair there, but I don't think it was a tough challenge.
It was not a tough challenge, no.
But did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes, I think I did. At least for the belief, it's like, I'm more than a pilot. I'm also apparently an engineer who can build a bike. And then not heritage. Background maybe for just ordering people, just being like, this is the routine. This is what we do for transport. So
I think background of being a pilot and having made this run 100 times.
I mean, bringing me
that you know what it's supposed to be like.
Your background?
Sort of. Interesting enough, my background is labor valet, not race, not racing pilot.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So.
But like you know.
But yeah, we exactly.
And then did you struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas?
I almost wasn't able to do my vice.
I agree. Yeah. So, that sounds like you were struggling with that a little bit.
Yeah. And so I got in a playbook advance.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And last but definitely not least, triage. I know you've been a little bit quiet because outro you're sick, but did you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion?
I'd say for sure no. Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I may go with no on that as well.
I would like to remind you of something that happened at the very beginning, because we went over this fairly quickly. Your downtime was very quick, but you said that you looked up an old patient in order to help them out with a recurring issue as part of your playbook training. It definitely feels like that's part of your background.
You know what? I can agree with that. Good call. I will take that experience.
And then did you struggle with your vice and you have no traumas? I don't think so. Okay, well, you still get some XP, so.
Which is cool, because that puts my doctor up to 3, and now I'm doctor.
Hooray! You said you increased your doctor to 3?
Yeah.
All right. Did anyone else do a stat boost?
I boosted hack to 3. Or would that be you were just mentioning? I was half zoned.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That was triage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I bumped. I had enough after all of the desperates and spending experience. I bumped hack to 3.
Cool. I'm just updating the chart. Cool. Well, that's everything. This was Packet Loss. I'm gonna start some outros here with myself. I'm Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet, and I run this one. You can find me over on my own channel on Twitch, twitch.tv/KelsaDelphi. Twitter is Kelsa, just Kelsa. And I also have a YouTube where I have all of my past shows up there, including playlists of all the shows that I have been on other people's channels. Okay, maybe not all of the shows, but a large selection of shows that I've been on other people's channels. Recently, my Monday night show of Love and Banterful Skyfest Dive just wrapped up. That was a great show. We did a postmortem on this Monday. Our next show in that time slot in 2 weeks we're going to launch is Consumed by Dark Lavender Void. They're flying dog. Hi, puppy.
Uppers.
Uppers.
Oh, no, doggy. Oh, no. I have a small dog. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see pictures of my small dog. She is very photogenic and very cute. But Consumed is really exciting. It's very strange where you are reality TV shows and your audience is eldritch horrors. You, chat, get to be those eldritch horrors.
I'm so into this game. Like,
yeah. I'm going to tweet about that when it goes live. I'm very excited. And this is my perfect segue over to Saintguard. Is coming up a few weeks after that. We're going to be launching a playtest of Saintguard's game, Republic City by Night. So
I'm down for that.
About that and who you are.
Hello. Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Saintguard, a variety streamer and sometime GM of tabletop role-playing games, also a game designer, the game designer of Republic City by Night, a Blades in the Dark hack of the Legend of Korra. Yeah, we'll be doing that in a few weeks' time. We're still gathering players and figuring out when things are. But otherwise, you can find me over on my own channel, which is twitch.tv/Saintguard, or on Twitter, Twitter/Instagram at Saintguardly. That's my username with an LY at the end. I'm a hell of a lot more active on Twitter than I will ever be on Instagram. So follow me on Twitter for notifications about when I go live and random postmortems of things. Yeah, I will be back on Sunday. Actually, no, I won't be back on Sunday. I'll be on a charity stream on Sunday over at Unmade Gaming. They're doing their monthly charity stream for Extra Life for Kids. I will be there at 10 a.m. Pacific, playing in an Urban Shadows game. I'm going to be playing a hunter, and that's all I'll say about my character. It's going to be great. I'm super looking forward to it. If you wanted to actually see me on my channel, I will be back on Sunday with, I believe with XCOM 2, if not the continuation of my solo playthrough of Ironsworn. One of those two things will be there. Follow me on Twitter or Discord and find out. Yeah, there we go. That's my thing. I don't know who's next.
I'll go.
Cool.
I'm outro. I have been pretty quiet today, but just dealing with some stuff. Speaking of which, tomorrow I'm supposed to start a playthrough of Astral Chain, but I don't know whether it's going to start at time or whether I'm going to push it off until Saturday. But otherwise, I will be doing so. I'll tweet about updates or anything like that as it comes to fruition. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Other than that, you can catch me here on Thursdays. So yeah.
Is Astral Chain just Police Nier Automata?
Pretty much. It's like multi-dimensional Police Nier Automata with like multi-dimensional monster pet things. That
I do see this blue anime boy riding a cyber good boy. That is true.
It's gonna be so good. It got a 90. Like the overall Metacritic score before like recent like for just critics was a 90, which is insane.
That's really good.
It's a brand new director, so I'm excited for it. Platinum's on a tear right now, and I'm happy about it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, but that's me.
Rhys?
All right, I guess I will go next. You can find me at twitch.tv/RhysDragon. I am currently not streaming the game and trying not to choke for me a second. Sorry about that. I am also pretty sick tonight. I will probably be streaming more towards the fall and the beginning of next year because there's a lot of games that I really, really want to stream coming up. But you can definitely find me and more of my silly, irreverent humor on at RhysDragon on Twitter. Yeah. I will see you guys there, and I will be back here on Thursdays.
Thursdays are the day.
Is that everybody? All right, yeah, I like going last since I have a lot. Hello, I'm Rhys. You're currently watching our channel, Party Wipe Games. I am generally a dungeon master who runs games on it. There's also Shay Gem and other people who run games like Ark Survivor. Those are the other two people that I currently have on rotation, along with KelsaDelphi. You can generally catch us 6 days out of the week running something here, and if not, we are over on Forgebreaker's channel, that wonderful gent that I mentioned with the fundraiser event that I will touch on again briefly on our way out. Mondays, we started up our new game. It is The Forest for the Trees, Volume 2. It's my homebrew 5th edition setting. It's a 1920s high fantasy sort of hodgepodge that is a carryover from my original homebrew that kind of abruptly crashed and burned before they could get to the end of it, and so I rebooted it, and now it's been updated, and people are going to be surprised it's not the same story that they expected. They recently, half the party took part in a peaceful protest, that ended up causing a bomb to go off during the protest, and the other half happened to be working for the police force that was doing a sting operation. And while I expected the people who were on the police force to kind of take part in apprehending the rebellious assets, they kind of didn't. And the people taking part in the rebellious asset kind of said, yeah, fuck it, burn everything to the ground, and started fighting everything. And we had a moment where the two not associated with the rebellion briefly fought each other, and the cleric knocked out the wizard before they could follow the escaping rebels into the sewers. So that happened, and yeah, and Shay's character, who's unaffiliated with anything, doesn't know what's going on because they didn't jump into any of the action. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade, 5th edition. Ark Survivor runs that for us as a wonderful storyteller. I play a Lasombra, who is incredibly awesome, and we had a guest pop in, and he was playing a Nosferatu with a very thick British accent, who we dubbed our Vamp Daddy, and is basically working as an informant for our Marechal of the Prince of Vancouver.
Leave it to a Lasombra to say I'm very awesome.
I am awesome, and Desra is very awesome. I have shadow tentacles, and there's nothing you can do because your argument is invalid. Yeah, never mind. She's not thirsty. Desra is like my least thirsty character. Despite having shadow tentacles, she is very much a business first, and I am the first person, proud to say, who has done any scheming and backhand dealing against our coterie, which is great, because the Tremere's experiments got loose, and the Ventru wanted it destroyed, and in front of the Ventru, I was like, absolutely, we're going to destroy this, and then the Ventru left the room, and it was like, collect your blood samples, and we're destroying the body. And the Tremere was happy because it's our little secret. Wednesdays, we play over on Forgebreaker's channel. We either play his homebrew Civil War game that is a continuation of his very first ever campaign, where we are more or less just playing the children of the people who made it to the end of that first game, or we play Storm King's Thunder over there, where I am playing a bloodthirsty killer who apparently needs to tone down her bloodthirsty killing, but she's a Shadarkai, so I don't know how that's going to really play out very well.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something.
Thursdays, you can catch us here, because this is what we do. Packet loss, it's incredible. Fridays, we play Pokemon Tabletop United, which is probably going to get wound down and ended because we are not fans of the system. As much as we try to make it fun, it's not fun. It needs a lot of work. Nothing against the Tabletop United people. They put a lot of work into it, and like the 300 plus page PDF they have assembled of just the rules and not the Pokedexes is impressive. It's just not a very free flowing game. It's very clunky and not fun. Saturdays, we are currently open because last week we had a TPK in Dungeon of the Mad Mage and everybody died. Horribly. either to drow or to an aboleth's disease that made them die painful, painful deaths. Sundays, we play over on Forges again, Tomb of Annihilation, or we will be starting up Band of Blades. That got pushed back a session, and in 2 weeks we will be playing that. Next week, or this Sunday, we will be playing Tomb of Annihilation. That's everything. It's a mouthful. November 4th through the 8th, Roll with Advantage fundraiser is over on Forgebreaker's channel. I went into a whole spiel about it at the start. It's super important. It's for all-timers. Mark it on your calendar. Take part in it. It's important. I think that's everything, guys. It's a lot. A lot of stuff to get through.
Lots of things.
Yeah, I got to figure out what to do for Saturday. I'm mulling over a few ideas, and I have not settled on one. But you should definitely do Republic City by Night on Friday. So that
we'll see.
Let's talk after the stream.
Yeah,
I'm still compiling looking at players. So
I told Shay too, so she seems interested. Yeah. So let's wrap up here. Everybody, say good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna find everybody. I'm gonna find us somebody to raid because we've got a pretty good number here. Is there anybody playing D&D right now? Indoor Adventures and Welcome Party RPG is playing. Let's go jump over to them. They're always pretty nice people. A good people, child. Also, Nisa is #Space Fierce.
Heck yeah.
Alright, so everybody say hi to Welcome Party RPG. They good peoples. And we will see you next Thursday. Is it Thursday yet?